with I'm here with certain things in place. Let's see what it is that we can manipulate today. Court is in session. Anything you say and do can be used against you in the court of law, okay? So this is like someone still looking to justify something and hoping someone is going over a situation, something that is supposed to have been released and they still didn't do it, right? Somebody was literally getting joy out of the support of the situation, of hoping someone was not going to catch on to the awareness of what it was that they were doing, okay? Now, there is current conversations being compensated via Telegram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp is the main ones that I'm getting, as well as Instagram. I don't have access to my Instagram. Also, this is something where someone was like, oh, there wasn't supposed to hear me. There was not supposed to be movement, or there was not supposed to be something being done and not being heard at that time. Also, was told that we'll do noise control, which I noticed lately has been a lot of either aircraft or like movement of patrol in a situation, as y'all can hear outside. And then also the manipulation of someone feeling as if they're carrying on with something at this time. All right. I'm hearing it's a threat that they could do this independently, but the coercion of what we have in a group effortlessly that we have done at this time, we should be able to still be able to get away with it this time. However, with certain things, this is like when they're away, we'll put these people in place while we're away. So it's definitely something with a lawn service company. Um, Definitely something with a lawn service company, and hope to do like this is the tactic that is usually done. It's like with the lawn service company, if I can get the person to not pay attention or be distracted from hearing particular noises. This is like somebody really anxious to be able to get out of something like very quietly or discreetly, as I said. And my building is it's a sidewalk here, but someone has to walk around to the other part of the via the grass to go around to another part to get out. Now, what I end up getting were most of these places we got India and Qatar on the board. Heavy India, so it's like, let's see, we got two people from India, one from Qatar. Then we have people from San Antonio, Texas, Franklin County, which is in Tennessee, Franklin County, that is Nashville. Um, we have Calderon, so someone could be Hispanic, doesn't matter where, they could be from Central South America, Caribbean, or Spain. Then we also have slumlords or property management or people in real estate at this time. And then there's definitely been a personal injury lawyer that's really like spying in or is like hoping that they can like click in from a time or two. Like I said, these are a group of people, regardless of the situation, they're not really processing the fact of how internet algorithm works. Should that this could even be somebody that even do hacking or cybersecurity, and they don't grasp the concept that sometimes even in the algorithm, you someone needs to really like process in their brain And regardless, you could be the greatest hacker, but it's a lot of people's brain do not process the effective way of knowing what the internet has the endless possibilities of doing to allow you to know what the person is doing, who is doing it, and where they're doing it from. And in this instant, this is like someone was hoping, like, there's no way they'll catch on to my crimes. There's no way that this is this. And it's like, well, it must be no way. You like whoever these group of people are, they definitely must be paying people in hopes of making it seem as if they're incognito or something like that. Like they're not going to be seen. But then it's like they're incompetent. They just don't know. Like somebody's confidence is so through the fucking roof, it's redonkulous. Like it's not even ridiculous right now. It's like re fucking dunkulous. Like who raised these people? And then it's like if this is a lawyer or whatever, like they could probably be really cool with what they do in the courtroom, but apparently must not be like the greatest computer, internet, server savvy at all. Like at all. And then it's like the biggest part of it, where's the processing of the situation at, where we, if a person was literally brought up in the criminal world activity, just didn't ever participate in it, and they've seen how the process worked, why would you still like still do this? This is like, you know how they used to always call a kid that came from someone married like a fucking bastard child or a illegitimate fucking kid. This must be that. You know what I'm saying? Like this should be someone treated efficiently like a fucking bald headed step kid. Like seriously. Like you shouldn't treat anyone fucking mean, but this is like the type of people where it's just like you deserve for people to just say whatever the fuck it is that come to them. And it's like, all right, yes, they may be, covering your tracks to clear up your cookies and your cache and your internet server. But however, did they ever tell you that any given moment that if a person, whoever it is that you're cyberbullying or stalking at that time, and I'm pretty sure like CIA, FBI, Secret Service should be aware of it, but maybe not. You can clean the server all day fucking long. But the joy and the beautiful thing about certain social media platforms, even if I don't give a fuck if Elon Musk is like, yeah, I came up with a bright idea and I got all the greatest people in the world. But the thing of it is, it will always incriminate who the person is and where they're coming from, right? So they can clear themselves and make themselves incognito, but it doesn't take away from the people who are still scrying, remote reviewing, however the fuck you want to talk, still stalking and watching, right? So every time that I come on this live, right? And the beautiful thing of it is, even though it won't calculate or process in that exact second, it can actually, soon as I get off this live, right? You could be sitting here watching me. If I needed to know that there's a possibility of who you are, and with the computer systems, most of the time it's basically based off of fucking Merkaba. It's based off of etheric processing. There's 13 figures, right? So out of 13 figures, it's going to be 3 main processor servers, but it's only 11 things that it's going to have a compatibility to process at one time. And when the computer decides to process that, whether it's an internet service, whether it's your cloud, whether it's you using a cell phone, an internet, computer console, tablet, shit, you can even use a fucking video game, regardless of what it is that you use, right? But you have to pay the hacker to make sure that they're clear. They're doing this to keep themselves steering clear. And I hope someone really processes this. The person who's hijacking, they are only keeping their self clear. Now, the rest of the people who are still choosing to watch, stalk, harass, your cookies and your processes are not hidden. They're the only person hidden. But it also will still allow the person to know exactly the exact location of the hacker, Whether the hacker choose to like know it or not, because the system has, even though the infrastructure is down, you can still know exactly who are your people who are stalking you. You can still know. There's no way you can do it, right? Right now, I can tell you someone's last name is Calderon. Someone's name is Franklin. Right now, I can tell you someone could have been watching. Someone's name is Angel who work in a barber shop. Also, someone's name could be that and they work at a casino. Another person works for a recovery program who recently signed in within the last 24 hours to a LinkedIn account who after they processed and went into their LinkedIn account within the last 24 hours literally has been having a conversation via Telegram and WhatsApp. Not to mention only that, someone used avidly Discord. So they're a gamer. Not only that, I could tell you within the last 24 to 48 hours, they've been watching some sort of anime show. I could tell you that. Also, I could tell you what type of lawyer has been watching me. A personal injury type lawyer, right? There's no process. Someone's name is William. Not to mention someone could be Donnie, Denise, or Danny. Also, someone's name is Lewis, Brian. Also, these three people's names, they work at a church or been doing some kind of things from the church. Okay, someone either is a bus driver, the van, or someone do maintenance in there. Okay, also someone takes Ativan, so meaning someone has a clear, close proximity to a psychiatrist, psychologist, or to some sort of psych ward, Veterans Affairs, or a hospital. They're not too far from there, or a behavioral health management center. They're not far from it. If anything, they're within a 1 to 5 mile radius, at maximum of 51 mile radius from that person. Also, someone's name could be Susan, Susanna, or Lynn. Someone is definitely a football fan. Okay. Also, the name Bethany. We also have the two musical artists, Leon Thomas and Tory Lanez, which leads to somebody could have paid someone from Canada, the United Kingdom, or Qatar. Okay. So, in all this aspect, also somebody, I'm going to tell you, this is even worse. This is even fucking worse. Okay. I can tell you even down to the point of when these people got paid to do what it is and when these hackers or these coders or cybersecurity or Google people officially help them. This is how you know. November 23rd, okay? We have March 19th, January 23rd, February 25th, March 24th, also August 31st is when most of these people did this. Someone could live in the building 205, suite 205, room 205. Okay. Also, someone could be 31 years old. They may have been doing something since they were like 13 or so, between 13 and 23. Okay, not to mention, this is also someone who's not bright enough that if they really just wanted to just like stay out of sight, out of mind, it would have behooved them. And especially with me picking up on the access of whenever you can look up certain things, someone is a cop, a CPS worker, and someone does something with podcasts. Also, someone calls themselves, oh, I'm such a Christian, but something about Christian rap, trap, country trap rap, or Southern 808. They could literally be in Central Florida. And this person, this musical artist, when I ran across him, his name is Drew. They do this or some kind of country rap, swamp rap. So he has some type of ties or affiliation to a church in Louisiana as well. Okay. Also, someone's name could be Mallory. Someone's name could be Murad, Muhad, or Muhad, something like that. So Arabic, okay, but definitely a barber casino. Someone's last name could be Benora, but Benoras or Benora or William. Someone is definitely a Cowboys fan or a Philadelphia Eagles fucking fan. So football fan. Someone's name is also Lydia or David. David, whoever this David person is, they are in Nevada. Okay. They're in Nevada for sure. Okay. Someone could definitely be a barber or a tattoo artist or do some type of hair replacement. Also, someone could be a dental hygienist or the dentist all the way. Okay. I did already mention the last name Calderon. Someone's name could be Sheena, Cheyenne, or Shean. So someone could be Indian or South African Indian or Guyanese. Okay. Um, who else we got on here? Someone recently made a purchase from Harbor Freight. So someone could be, most people that usually go to Harbor Freight shit, you looking to get into some sort of criminal activity, or you looking to get your electrode boxes whenever you're trying to hijack your server or your Wi-Fi connectors to make sure that with it, like say if police do come, you can basically say, I'm hacking the Wi-Fi. They could say that they're hacking the Wi-Fi from my apartment in 105, but they're really in 205. Or they're really in, another apartment building, but they literally have to be like, I want to say less than 100 to 50 feet of that person to be able to do that. That's no different of someone jumping, using my Wi-Fi, but they literally next door. Somebody is literally doing that. And then it's like, most of the time you can usually tell who it is and what kind of like things that they're using. If they're trying to conceal it, it's going to show you via your Bluetooth, because it's going to need you to be in some sort of connection or proximity of that person. This is how I know. I was like, well, you must be dealing with dumb criminals, because it's like for you to be able to get away with that, that means a person would literally have to not be intelligent in the infrastructure of the internet and the cycle of how it's used, let alone a monitor or motherboard of how the internet works. Not a computer, not the phone, not Wi-Fi. You just have to know how the internet works. Period, point blank. But you can also pick and choose exactly who is using it, where they're using it from, and why they're using it. So it's definitely showing law firms. It's definitely showing someone could literally be at the courthouse in itself and using it from a particular department in the law firm. So it can be coming from the judge's chamber, but who's going to check the judge? Oh, I don't want to lose my job. Well, shit, apparently the judge wants to, if the right judges who are over that judge, because the local circuit court is going to always be outranked from the state local court. And if the state local court is helping the local state court, guess what? Now that is federal court. Simple. But someone is an avid poker player. Who else we have on here? Poker players, game players, but it's a lot of chatter where someone is like really fucking up in this situation. They're on Twitter. Someone's last tweet that they did that was really, really like belligerent or real disrespectful was April 26th. Okay. Also, someone could have bragged about them having the access to the Lyft company or having something to do with Lyft. Also, they also bragged about something or being an avid tie to T-Mobile or Metro PCS, okay? So this means someone will have ties to a commissioner, governor, or a senator or a mayor, okay? So meaning they having to get signed off on this, but definitely this has been more or less of someone's hope to connect with like a judge or a lawyer or something to get off on something. Also, something about the name Celeste or Ebony or Whitney, Wally or Watson is very prevalent at this time as well. But definitely a recovery program. But also this Baptist church who had the Star of David on their thing, which I was like, that's pretty weird. That I ain't never seen that, but they're an addiction recovery program at their church, right? But I was like, since when do a church run an addiction program? But it's like, okay, we see that coming. Who else? Slumlords, these could be property management, whoever could run a particular apartment complex or something like that. They could stay on the property ground, which I feel that that is the weirdest shit ever. I mean, why would you, you know what I'm saying? That's basically, why would you eat where you shit? But apparently this is a comfort for them to stay in close proximity to be able to do what it is. This is also someone who could have witnessed or knew that someone was doing this right along with what they had going on. Also, this is like someone sending their kids outside every time that they getting ready to like do something or have a phone conversation, because I'm getting, well, shit, you know, these kids will tell. So someone has kids in the home. I feel like somebody kids already overheard or seen something. I'm getting like some little boys or something like that, that they seen something on a video game or something like that, but they just haven't said nothing. I feel like if somebody goes around and you go and start like asking questions or something like that, and some kids is outside, and you just ask just a random question, because you know it's just indirect, off the record. Someone, you're gonna literally get information that a kid is gonna be like, hey, you seem like intuitively, it seems like you're saying this. It's gonna be up to like three kids where somebody gonna just be able to say something, or you know, have some kind of insight where it's gonna be like a clue. But that clue is gold at the same time. Also, January 21st. What else? Someone's name could be William. Also, someone could be like Sherwin. There's a Sherwin Williams up this way that recently opened. But whoever just recently had that one open, it's a contract that they have with someone. And whatever contract they have, is tied in with whoever these people are right now, okay? Lydia, Brian, Lewis, Calderon, Franklin, Sheen, Sheena, Cheyenne, Shanae, William, Bethany, Susan, Susanna, Lynn, Tori, Leon, Liam, Thomas, Liz, Robin, Jeanette, Mallory, Murad. Somebody is also an Amazon warehouse worker. Somebody literally received payment not too long ago, maybe between the last 4 to 26 hours via PayPal or Venmo. Also, they could have tried to figure out where a conversation via WhatsApp, they may have tried to change the dialogue, or they probably put the information on, how you call it, disappearing messages. Okay. This is a hope to hijack to do something. Someone's name could be Jack or Jackson or Jacqueline. Somebody could literally be using like a passed on loved one's name as a screen name in order to conceal their actual name so they don't get in trouble. Like this is like someone hoping to frame someone in a particular way. It's like using a parent's, like a passed on loved one's name, or like a child or a childhood friend. It's like somebody literally like looking to do something in that particular way. For whatever this screen name is or whatever. But also it's like somebody's very grandiose. Very grandiose. This is also someone could be like regretting like getting involved with a group of people, or like doing something that's like shit. Like, you know how like people could just sit there like, why did I even get involved in this? How the fuck did this person figure all this shit out? And they said, this is one of those, they said someone could be feeling like really sick to their stomach. Someone could be feeling like nauseous. It's like, I'm getting like someone could have been feeling this way for like the last like 11 weeks, 5 to 11 weeks or something like that. Heavy on the 11 weeks. It's like counting down the days of how long it's going to be before something happens. But also, it's like something about an arrest. Someone could be feeling that, you know how like some people, you like, for me, I love my 8 hours of sleep, but however, when I'm interrupted out of my sleep, I know it's not without reason. This is also transformative for someone to see something in a different light, but it's like mere discretion advised. So someone is looking to like trying to use some sort of precaution, but it's like, well, how can we use this precaution if they already can see what it is that we're? It's something that someone's doing that they know for a fact that they shouldn't. Also, someone could be like trying to throw comments or was like really just trying to be like taking shots, and it's like it's like they're not being seen. Like somebody could be like, they're not reacting because someone is not supposed to fucking react to your stupidity. Whatever. Um, Someone could literally be fucking watching me, but it's like fulfillment because it's like you are the star of my fucking life. But it's like I don't know what type of behavior this is. It's weird. Um, Whoever this person is from a law firm, it's just like someone could literally be seeing at the same fucking time that whatever it is that they're doing, because it's like patient guys, we can really just come up with this, but someone knows whatever kind of case that they have is dead. It's literally dead. It's like there's no like trying to validate something. This is also someone that wanted to like really press the fact like, oh, it's blasphemy. This person is speaking bad of me, but it's like if the person's speaking bad of you, why are you not giving them a fair trial to be able to justify the facts of what exactly you have done and when you're doing it? And I feel like somebody's lawyer or whatever lawyers that could be involved at this time, they know for a fact if somebody literally comes into court, everything that they have literally put on the table on paperwork would literally like destroy everything that they've done up until this point. Someone knows that. That's why there's been super avoidant behavior to be able to like notify something. Somebody really wants to like, fuck, I don't want to be seen. They don't want, it's just like literally at the same time, someone could know, like, regardless of what it is that they do, because it's like, well, we got to provoke them to show some sort of, erratic behavior, which is a form of reactive abuse. And if a person doesn't know anything about reactive abuse, then of course, you know what I'm saying, what they're doing would literally be effective. They can literally carry on with what it is that they're doing. Also, this is like, you know how like certain people could be trying to do like, it's like a noise control tactic, right? And say that there's kids outside and kids are playing or whatever. Kids are going to be loud. They're gonna do that. It's fucking normal. Someone was hoping that they could use that around in the neighborhood, and then it's like it's people that don't even fucking stay over here. But it's like, oh well, we're gonna walk them around to over here, but you stay all the way up there, so there's plenty of places for you to walk at. But it's like, well, make as much noise as you can, just so that the person could come out like, hey, can you be quiet? Can you shut the fuck up? Like somebody really was like banking on some shit like that. And I'm just like, what? When I seen it, because it was like, it was one little child like that. I was like, the child, they've been over here for the longest. And it was like, I ain't ever heard that child just like, be like that or just be that wild. But usually it'll take them to like a park or something like that. But for them to try to pull this, I was just like, this gotta be somebody that gotta be a chicken breast. It gotta be nothing but a motherfucking chicken breast. Hoping like, yeah, we could get them to be like, I'm telling you, somebody was literally banking on this. It's a married couple or a masculine hoping that it was like, yeah, you know, you can get them to have this type of behavior. Just have those kids go around there and make all the noises possible. You know, they gonna probably make a noise complaint, and it's like, is either they're very stupid or they're just the type of people that couldn't be tolerant to hear children. Kids are kids. Kids are going to play. They're going to be loud. They're going to scream, especially if they been, you know, in the house all day. They got to let that fucking energy out some sort of way. Shit, they're going to kick balls. The shit is going to hit your window. It's just a possibility. It's kids at the end of the day. That's like a kid throwing something at the window and the window fucking break. Okay, you know what I'm gonna say to a parent? That, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, you know, most of the time, if it's more of an open area for the kids to play at, you know, of course, that's going to be the responsibility of the parent because shit, you know better if the place is a little bit too small and certain things like that. But at the same time, accidents happen. I'm not going to sit here and get upset about a fucking kid kicking a ball and it hits the window and they throwing stuff against the wall, especially if you know for a fact, like, hey, it must be a kid. You're going to hear kid voices because with these walls, it's very fucking thin. So it's like at the same time, I was just like, somebody either is just really, really slow or they're just the type of people that say they have children, they have a very low tolerance of hearing kids' noise. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of allowing kids to be in like their natural type of behavior, they're gonna scream, they're gonna yell, they're gonna jump, they're gonna throw things, they're gonna, you know, bump into things, they're gonna run into things, they're gonna and take off fucking run. It's kids. But when it's adults, that's just not the brightest thing. And then it's like, for whatever this is, somebody's name could be Cassie as well. It is whoever this group of people is not bright. This is also someone could work for Dollar Tree as well. This is like, well, you should be expecting for them to come in anytime soon. So once you see them, just tell us what they purchased or whatever. Like that was another thing what I noticed too. Like they could be doing that. Also, it kept showing me something about NYC eatery. So someone could be like a person that, excuse me, do like food reviews. So definitely somebody could be like a YouTuber or something like that. Heavily, it could be somebody either taking somebody's content and using it as their own. Like these are like people that when they run out of creative ideas, they go to other people's content or platforms to do this. But this is also someone could literally, like no bullshit, with them hijacking it and doing these things. Someone's from the Philippines, someone's from Japan, someone's definitely from freaking India. So what I do know about their type of hackers and what type of things they can perform, they are very great at stalling where you can do your upload. But then it's also, I had seen one of the black dudes where he screwed up, where it was literally showing like screen recording one of my lives, and he did that on TikTok. I screenshotted it, but I'm not gonna put him up yet because it was like he'll show his face eventually. But you want to know what it did? It showed the church that he went to, and it's like screen recording what I'm saying right now and giving it to the person. Like send it in by these guys are stalling for mines to go ahead and upload via YouTube, which is ran by Google. So the person will have to have some kind of close proximity between the two and giving that person and be like, hey, how quick can you go ahead and paraphrase this? And it's like, okay, cool, I'll make a quick 30-minute. How long can you stall the video? And they have to stall it no longer than between, I'm gonna say less than 24 hours. And then within that 24-hour window, like it'll be as soon as mine's post, it'll show, oh, this person just uploaded it 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago, 30 minutes ago, right? But the biggest part of it is like, how long did it take for you to paraphrase that type of shit? Like, it's just like, whatever these people's brain process is, I get it, but then it's like, I don't get it because it's like, why would you still try to prove incompetence in something in your incompetent behavior of your lack of security and stability, and then hoping, oh well, I can do this ritual. Like this is somebody, like literally, if you went into their house or a particular part of their house where they don't want you to go look at, you go look in that fucking place, I guarantee you just gonna see a fucking room full of candles that they got lit. They got certain shit everywhere, candle wax build up, all this other crazy nonsense. Or this could be literally someone who works in like a plaza that's near a botanica, okay, or a metaphysical shop. They are literally like whatever, like this casino, this barber shop, this church. They're not too fucking far from each other. Somebody, if it's a church, it's literally like a mile to 2 miles up the road from the church, a botanica or a metaphysical shop where you can purchase like candles, incense, and things of that sort, right? But whoever these people are, they're very much so avid user of Telegram, Twitter, Snapchat, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you usually, like, you really want to know the sauce, get a LinkedIn account. Just get a LinkedIn account. You can find the sauce. The chats there are fucking bonkers. You can just see everything you need to see. And it's like, well, it's for professionalism. Yeah, professional fucking criminals. Whoever this Suzanne or Susanna and Lynn person is, which is affiliated with some cops, CPS, and Amazon workers, are affiliated with some slumlords. In my instance, from Puerto Rico and here in Florida of Orlando and also Colorado. So for it to just keep carrying on, it's like something about Forest Brook, so Ocoee. So these folks could be in Ocoee, Ocala, Lakeland, but it's also Black Forest, Colorado. Okay, that's not too far where I used to live, and then also the home where I work. So I want to say Mr. Andre's sister's name is Cindy. So Cindy could be like putting in this very huge fight to keep up that home, but they also could have like took that and utilized that with any person that would have access would have been like James at that time. So it's a lot of people like, I don't, what are you talking about? I didn't see all that stuff. This is like somebody literally, if it's a cop and he keeps lying and saying, I didn't see anything, I didn't see anyone come through here, right? This is like a cop that literally have cameras at their home, but if you really take the footage from them, or shit, I feel like the FBI probably already been doing it. It's like streaming from their home. They probably already gotten access to their internet themselves and just seeing exactly what it is and who they're paying at this time to just like, oh, they're saying that they didn't see anything, but clearly they turn off their camera at this time. They'll somebody be turning off their camera between like 2 a.m. and 1 p.m. in the day. So 2 a.m. to 1 p.m., someone literally turns off their door cameras or their inside cameras. Like somebody could low-key have like a nanny cam, whether they know it's in there. I feel like a wife could have got like a nanny cam inside the home, and I feel like a husband don't know type shit. Just to be like, oh, well, I thought you said you didn't have this going on. Like somebody could, it's just like one of those weird situations where you know how people can do certain things and then it's like, oh, my spouse wouldn't do that to me. Are you sure? If that person's willing to do that to someone else, you're not safe. You just, I feel like people's thinking process and then getting these people or lawyers to work together is just not, it's not making sense at the same time. So I was like, well, I guess if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So you can just sit there and allow them to do what it is that they do. But it's heavy, heavy right now. Whoever this person recently entered the room, they definitely doing something with the church. Someone's name could be Daphne, or someone could be currently sitting at a deli or something because lunchtime is here. So someone could be making a food order. It's a Taurus. It's like somebody watching from their desk, like, let me see. Like somebody just got this face like where it's just like they really just confident about something, but it's like, lower your confidence, lady. It's definitely a female. Somebody could like to wear like pearls or some shit like that. Somebody owns like an Apple Watch, or could have on like either a white Apple Watch or some shit like that. It's like the leather one. And then you got somebody who's wearing a Rolex watch and it's like, they got short, stubby hands at that too, and they're very fucking hairy, whoever you are. Someone's name could be Harry or Henry. Also, I'm hearing the name Heather. It's time for your wax appointment. Somebody could be 42 or 24 years old at the time. Somebody could be a probation officer. Somebody works at a precinct. This is definitely a courthouse right now. Also, someone could be watching from a doctor's office or a dental's office. Someone's in medicine. So OBGYN, Veterans Affairs most definitely is watching. Somebody could work like, I'm hearing they're doing their clinical rounds at this time. Somebody's doing clinical rounds. Also a home health care. Someone is definitely, somebody either works at a nursing home, hospital, or home health care. Someone could do admin or paperwork. Someone's name is definitely Daphne. Daphne or Stephanie or Delphine. Stefano or some shit like that. Somebody wants to keep something quiet so bad. But it's just like, what is the point of keeping something quiet at this point if you're not going to step up or speak up? Because it's like, ultimately delaying it, you're actually still giving that person, regardless if you wanted to apologize, you literally prolonging something that you should have already done. And it's like, well, I don't know how to approach. Well, you wouldn't have to sit there and beat yourself up about knowing how to approach a person with something that you should have already made right. So now it's like, well, I have to strategically come up, because this is like somebody literally really, like, no funny business, really wanted to do an NDA and compensate someone. But then it's like, how they're wanting to do it is like, truly, like for me in this situation, you gonna be paying me for a long ass motherfucking time, and you gonna hate it there, because it's gonna be like, this is the biggest fucking bill. And like, with as big as this situation went and how deep that criminal activity is, this is one of those where someone knows in the back of their mind that them deciding to do so would literally lead them to having to, like, it could put them in a hole. It literally could put them in a hole. And then with that happening, this is like, someone's name is Ivan. Something about Ivanhoe. Someone is in downtown currently. But whoever this is like, this is like a form, like, if this is judge, lawyers, or something of that sort, this is somebody that want to do a gag order. But why would you want to do a gag order when you were the one that went on ahead, that knew you was in the wrong for taking on this paperwork, and then claiming that a person have a mental disorder, knowing that even if they did develop something over time, that is the responsibility of whoever were the hospitals, those medical providers that were involved. Also, to add salt to the injury, prolonging something that someone clearly strategically is capable of proving of how a system is operated, how it's working. And even if they don't have the funds to be able to go pay for people to pull that up, but it's going to require that person, if they had to represent themselves, it's just going to take probably more than like 2 to 3 months to get all that information all at once. But however, it's able to be proven. And someone literally knows that. That's why I feel whoever this personal injury attorney is, or whoever these 2 to 3 law firms that are finally looking into it and having to get the bright side of the situation, is like everything else in this situation. These lawyers know for a fact, that whatever it is that they did up until this point, it was not justified. The other biggest part of it is whatever information that was put on there, that's defamation of character. It's called, you're taking statements in oath, sworn statements at that. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, but nothing but the truth, so help you God, right? It's a sworn truth, right? And that person's word is supposed to be taken, right? And with that person's word to be taken, Brooke, I already got your information and seen that about a roommate. But anything that is talking about, and it's not your roommate, that is somebody who you work with, okay? Somebody you do bedroom boom with. Do better, baby. But when you have to see that somebody took a sworn statement of that situation, you are now held in contempt of court. If that judge allowed that situation, and you signing off on those orders for these people to say, yeah, this person has this, why is it not the person in the courtroom to defend themselves? You know that as the judge. You should know that as the lawyer. You taking on that information and taking these people word as gold versus physically bringing them in and justifying that based off of any information on all these people that is doing what it is that they're doing. Why aren't we not having that conversation? This is like also people hiring people to do spiritual or manipulation or whatever the case may be. Okay, well, your turn stops, because it's literally giving me a pattern of how these people do it, okay? And whatever this is literally surrounding between the 19th, and the funny thing that little Brooke said right here was the 26th. So the 19th to the 26th, and if there's 31 days in that month of the calendar, they literally do it right there between that time frame of every month. It's like, okay, well, if we can get this person, well, it's like literally someone searching in this time, which that's still a form of crime. That is still a form of manipulation. That is still a form of coercion, to coerce a certain situation or a conversation or a case to go a particular way. And anyone that knows, are we presenting facts to make sure that a person they should still be presumed innocent unless proven otherwise. And if the person's not getting a chance to prove their case in this situation, then why are we taking information from certain people, right? This is even like to say, for instance, say Carla and Sheila said that they had this contact. I hadn't had contact with Carla since 2021. 2021. I was literally like not even in Natasha's house for 10 minutes for Thanksgiving. It wasn't even 10 minutes of being in that house. So meaning I did not even have conversation, barely. It was a, hey, got me a plate of food, I left. No calls, no conversation has occurred with Carla or any of those people since 2021. Sheila, it was been an on and off type of situation, right? But even then, why would you listen to a woman that I don't even have a close connection to? What would make her conversation gold of anything in a court case? That's the part of logical sense. And then the craziest thing, the CPS or DCF worker who was paid to go ahead to record the conversation, which just so happened to happen in the lobby of the sleep-in, which you just so happen to go in there to be like, hey, can we pay you to go ahead and clear this footage of this person being here? And all it requires is for me to show that I have a room key, a receipt of me proving that I was in that hotel for whatever amount of time that it is. And for whatever this is that you're hoping to prove this psych evaluation, or putting someone, getting them arrested and then still trying to put them in a psych ward. But either way it goes, it's called looking to prove some type of a form of psychological illness or disorder. So for something in whatever this is where somebody was looking to prove this and somebody not using their discernment in the court of law, and in hope to falsely imprison someone based off of someone else's false allegations, what do we call that? Because where's the justification if the person is not physically there for you to be like, hey, because even if I even know any better, even if it's a court case of you trying to prove incompetency, someone is not financially responsible or whatever, that person needs to be sitting in the courtroom. That judge must set their physical eyes on that physical person of who they're looking to justify that case or whatever information that they're receiving. I need to see whoever this the plaintiff or the corresponder in whatever this situation is. I need to see that person. The person in question or being accused, they need to be sitting right next to me while I'm sitting here reading the paperwork. I need to see whoever these judges or a prosecutor or not of this person's incompetency. I need that to be proven. I need to see that. And if it's a judge saying, and then they keep signing off, this person is this, who are we seeing? Because if it's a paperwork dealing with Sharita Darshell Taylor or Ponce or Chapman, whichever one that y'all using at this time, and there's anything to do with a court case pertaining to Ayanna Destiny Chapman, or she could be using the other birth control, birth certificate, Ayanna Destiny Beard, Adrian Noel Ponce, Marcus Antoine Phillips, Soraya Neve Taylor, Janina Charlize Taylor, Azura Sky Taylor, and the child in question, the deceased child's James Henry Taylor VI. Anything pertaining to that in the affiliation of my name, what are we doing? Somebody is messing up. And if there's a judge signature stamped and sealed by a judge, why is that judge not being questioned of, could the real person that we're speaking of please stand up? I have not set foot in a courtroom, not once. Not have I been set up to speak via a Zoom, Skype call, or anything. The last Zoom, Skype call that I had was with, what's his name, Esquire Alan De Niro, the mediator. I don't even feel like I saw the judge. And then James' attorney, James didn't even appear on the camera. And that was just doing mediation, and that was all the way back in 2021. We are now in 2025. Did we not question, Sheila, what were you doing in Puerto Rico if you did not know where your child, quote unquote, was? But what were you doing in Puerto Rico? Oh, I was there with my friend. What's that girl name? Was it Maisha? Makia. Maurice was a real estate agent or whatever. But you used that girl Makia as your cover to make it seem like you was sitting there taking her on a break to help that man break up with somebody. Sheila, you was on some bullshit. Come on now. Well, he said he was going to give you the extra money and then you end up following out with somebody. No, you was there literally stalking me as you have all these years right along. If it wasn't Sheila, it was Carla. If it wasn't Carla, it was Georgetta. If it wasn't Georgetta, it was Patrick. If it wasn't Patrick, he was calling Johnny and Keitra to go ahead and front the money to do it. If they couldn't get that, they would still keep Rita, Rita Blocker or Rita Luter on the phone line because they knew I would talk to her for her to keep up to where I was going. That is the worst form of stalking and harassment I've ever done or dealt with in my fucking life. So where are we proving in any instance about, oh, she was aware of this? Or if this is some weird shit where I'm still married to James, but James is doing the shit that he's doing and that I'm okay with polyamorous? No, I am not. So if you're utilizing information from when I was saying I was 19 years old with my first kid and experimenting as you should in your early teens and up until you're like 25, that is literally healthy. Now, when you're getting past the age of 26, 27 and stuff like that, and you don't know who you are and what are you doing in your life, you fucking up somewhere. So to justify, oh, well, she's in this polyamorous and she's okay with, men being with other men and I don't know when did I ever agree to any such thing as that. And when does that takes a ground to go ahead and utilize or to say that this is the ground to take someone's money to try to prove some type of mental illness or an unhealthy thing? No, that just comes to show, and especially if they're coming to get some sort of compensation. And if you're a person in a court of law and you keep seeing Sheila Deshawn Rawls, or she's using Sheila Deshawn Taylor or Sheila Deshawn Chapman, if she's using any of those three names, which I feel like it's like a third or a fourth name, you got Rawls, Taylor, and Chapman, and it's literally one more other fucking last name that I'm not aware of, but she uses that. It's no different with Carla, Lynette, Dawkins, Chapman, and whatever other name she used prior to. She been using Shane, and Shane ain't been able to fucking shake the shit because the bullshit he helped her with years before. He just so happened to be a cop. But how was it that you always was a cop, but you always had to transfer units? You couldn't keep your police job, but you stayed in that National Guard after you got out of active duty from Fort Sill. That's something that is like, let's pay attention to the behavior patterns of them versus the person who literally stayed consistent in everything that I say, regardless if I get passionate, which you're trying to make a person feel guilty for having an emotion, and then you're going to go and try to say that the person is in emotional distress. God forbid that they are angry about fucking unsolicited harassment, bullying, stalking, thievery, which you would hope that you have to deal with this from people in the outside world versus people in your own family. And then these are people that swear that they're family, but you never talk to them. I feel like the last time I ever even had a telephone call or a Skype call when it came to Johnny, Keitra, Michelle, or any of those people affiliated with them was when I was in Afghanistan, 2011. Afghanistan. That was 2011. I haven't seen that man. I haven't heard from that man, had any type of conversation with that man. I may have asked about it, but other than that, I haven't talked to that man. So it's like, why is my name coming up from that? The only other person that I probably had spoke to was Deondlin. But the last time I seen that was what? Facebook? And that was probably what? 2018? So why is people that are speaking currently in 2025 have something to do with anything that I got going on at this current time that I ain't talked to in years? Why are you allowing people that I don't even talk to like that, let alone hang out with? We don't even have no type of close bond or proximity or anything of that such. The only reason why Patrick would have any type of pictures of my children is because Sheila would give it to them and I would literally disclose to her, don't give my pictures or pictures of me and my children, which I've told her numerous times, I do not want people to get pictures of me and my children, and I do not give you permission to do so. So if there's pictures of me and my kids in other people's home, I have not ever gave these people that type of permission, and I never gave Sheila that type of permission. And when she knew that she had a lot of my stuff because I had to put it in her garage, she would literally use that shit to her fucking benefit and be like, well, so I'm the mama. It's like, it doesn't matter. If I said don't do something and it was verbally told to you not to do, and you chose to do that, and you know that, hey, voodoo, all that real shit is out there, why would you be giving my picture to people or my kid's picture to people that I did not give you permission to do so? She will be so dirty to a point where, well, the kids want to be here with me. But after you did some fuck shit to those children, and now they believe in everything coming out of your mouth, not realizing that they are literally in danger zone. So you can only do so much before it's like, now with this day and age, you sit there and try to tell a child, come on, and you trying to keep them from danger. No. So now you got DCF, police, and all this shit. Oh, you're hurting the child can say this, and a kid can be sitting there like, yes, kids will lie, but then it's like a lot of people are not starting to use their discernment to sit there and actually analyze the situation where, like, okay, let me get to the core of it and do thorough investigations where I can actually see if as a police or anything like that. And if you ain't got a fucking psychology degree, why the fuck are you answering calls doing with anything to do with kids? If you're a police officer, you ain't got no motherfucking kids of your own, what the fuck are you doing answering calls about kids? If you ain't ever had a run-in with people with PTSD or certain traumas, why are you answering those calls? Because you're going to always already enter those situations with a biased thought. That's why it's a whole thing where a lot of these places need to be fucking trained. A lot of these people, if you're not offering in these police departments or judicial systems where they're getting accurate, up-to-date psychology and psychiatry update on systems and things of that, why are you doing cases and you don't even have a background in psychology degree? Or I can't see in the background as you as a judge or a lawyer have not even did any type of training in behind any type of psychology. Psychology is literally updating every 2 years with new things, every fucking 2 years when you turn around. Oh, YouTube Meta Life Circle. Welcome to that. Oh, we have some of our top doctors where they're talking about, okay, well, shit, is a logical person. No need to have an educational background, but logic will say, well, shit, is the judge up to par with this? Do the judges know about this? Shit, even a social worker should even have a fucking basic background of even understanding, not just general psychology, but you need to have some type of training or insight about how that operates, because anyone can literally manipulate a situation, especially when people have been traumatized, because a lot of people are not even fucking well versed when it comes to kids that are being trafficked, harassed, and beat down. So the DCF CPS system been broke down for the last 40 fucking years. So what fairness are you offering these people? Shit, anybody right now, if the last 40 years ain't none of this training is put into the police system or judicial system or any of these social workers, shit, they can get away with anything at this point. You might as well be living the life of, if you never seen the movie Precious, you basically living the life of that. Basically. But it wasn't of Precious' fault. Shit, Precious' mama wanted to suppress her to make sure she didn't get an education. Her mama wanted to go ahead and suppress her so she could still get benefits. Isn't it crazy that Sheila right now is getting benefits from the state because she got my boys? Isn't it a crazy coincidence that you now can, she can get food stamps because, I'm trying to do my disability case and y'all know y'all know my wrist hurt. Y'all know, But you can jump on that motherfucking highway to go all the way to motherfucking Georgia. You can show the fucking jump on that plane and go to California. You show the fucking go ahead and get yourself ready to go to that cruise. You ain't hurting that motherfucking bad. You show the fucking get the money to go ahead and get that weed. You show the fucking go get that money to make sure you get that bottle of Hennessy. Or get your beers, get your Heinekens. Or you get somebody to bring you some Tito's. Let's talk about it. But then it's the person that actually mind their business, stay in their lane, looking to set goals. Just because you have children, your life do not stop just because you have children. And especially if you're going to disregard that was a mother, I actually was a damn mother, actually having goals. God forbid that I have goals and ambitions to make sure that whatever it is that I'm doing at this current time, it's just to make sure that my kids do not have to go through the suffering that I had to endure. I don't need my children to feel like they don't have a means of transportation. Mom, I need to get to class and I can't get to class. Okay, I need to make sure that I'm working enough so I can get financial stability and security for them, and not only for myself, but also, God forbid, that the money I get, and I'm not giving it to Sheila, but I'm looking to put this in a bank account so I can get a home, a proper means of transportation, and then also set up a fund for those kids that, hey, mom, I need a car. Okay, it's time for you to turn 16, 17, whatever. Whenever they decide to get that permit or get that car, I can have the money to make sure that they get a car. Their only requirement is to make sure that they get good grades. That's the only requirement. Make sure you get good grades. Why would I want to give a kid a car with shitty grades? Behavior could be worked through. So, hey, agreement, make sure you get good grades. Make sure you stay on your best behavior. Cool. But no, that's not the case. We have someone looking literally to justify nonsense. God forbid that I wanted to come up to start a YouTube. God forbid that I wanted to start my own business. God forbid that I wanted to day trade. God forbid that I wanted to do real estate. God forbid that I actually was utilizing the CNA job just to make sure that I get extra income so I can survive all this shit that I'm going here to endeavor, so my kids do not have to deal with the suffering. Let's make it make sense. And then a lot of these people, somebody I can tell you right now recently got some sort of a Botox, and somebody had to literally go get an eye exam. Somebody just saw their dermatologist or whoever it is that's getting like hair placements or those dermatologist injections in their scalp to make the hair grow again, or put it in the fake hair stuff in their head. But whatever this is like a lot of people, especially those in this judicial system or whatever, and especially those who's feeling like, oh, we're hijacking their internet, we're going to pin this crime on them. It's like, well, good luck, because apparently you're not great criminals. But then it's like, are we not? Oh, well, I just got the text message. They told us that's our pilot that's flying over here to check on us to make sure that we're over here where we're supposed to be at. Oh no, those are my friends that I told them to go over there. Why would you keep incriminating yourself in such a manner? Oh, they're in a manic episode. That's the case. That means over the last few years, y'all would literally had to have hospitalized me. Some shape, form, or fashion. You would literally had to have hospitalized me ever since they gave me these diagnoses. Have I been into a hospitalization situation? No. Oh, well, we want you to go ahead and try and get on these medications. Well, if anyone else knows, since those last two thorough psychiatrists, the one from Cuba and the one from Argentina, they had wise understanding, like, this motherfucker is going to literally look into the pharmaceutical company, where it came from, how it was manufactured, what it was manufactured from, what are the ingredients, how would it affect my organs, how would it affect my blood, how would it affect my psychological, and how the fuck would it allow me to function amongst my children, and are they going to be useful for any type of side effects that at any given time that is taking too much toll on my body. Some of the medications that they even wanted to offer, it was like, no, I cannot take that because I do not want to be able to be in a sleep state and I cannot hear my children. Some of it, you do not want to take something because you know you're going to be so And it's like, how are you going to be able to function? So what was the alternative? Cannabis. That was the alternative. It was useful until it was not, until I realized that they were poisoning that. They took the opportunity to seize it because at the day's end, they needed to perceive, oh, she's promiscuous. She stays at a hotel. She's promiscuous. Really? How so? Of every trucker that you would get there, oh, she's pretty. She's cute. Oh, my gosh. Oh, we're going to send some people that we already know are meeting up with people on Backpage and transgenders. We're going to see if we can trigger a response, the social experiments, just to see, oh, they should be traumatized by now. We're going to keep bringing this guy in just to see if we can get this reaction from him. But unbeknownst to her, she wouldn't know that it was him actually setting her up. Okay. Sure, it's called discernment. You keep them around long enough if you're really a thorough investigator, and you got to be your own investigator, because every lawyer that you reached out to in Central Florida or Orlando basically was being very dismissive because of their involvement in the situation. Hey, make sure when you're getting this information, because the only way that any lawyer will dismiss anything, they would literally have to get an order from court officials, a judge, or from your senator, commissioner, mayor, or your governor. You see this name come across your desk, don't respond back. That's crazy work. Oh, you know, DeSantis just changed this. I got back from Puerto Rico, 2024? Oh, you know, he just put in an order for liability. You know, we can't take the court case, pertaining to your son. The kid. So are you saying at the same time, so basically you're telling me if there is not a liability, so meaning she will still been a liability court case, but also proof of evidence. So meaning even though it's liability for that one thing, it's still personal injury, and they're still trying to avoid justice still being served because there were surveillance cameras behind that building. So that means something else incriminating was caught that they all were aware of. And instead of addressing that, now I know for a fact I have a bigger court case in a lawsuit, especially with me still having access to the email of me sending the email and exactly what I typed to that person. And you didn't take the case. Oh, I'm from Puerto Rico too. Really? Really? I love the fact that you're from there. I can give two shits. I'm just trying to get justice for my child. Smile along. Now I got to be my own personal investigator to figure out why wouldn't these people want to take on this case? This is a child that was in this pond. Not only does that landlord got to take accountability, not only does that apartment place got to take accountability, that also means Orange County Sheriff Department, the hospital, and more. So that leads to a snowball effect. But the bigger question starts to come to ask from West Orange County, why were you not giving this information to this woman? She deserves to see how that situation playing out. Especially when it's coming with a child of autism. Don't you feel that that person do deserve to have that type of closure to know how that crime happened? Or what way that child got into that water? Unless it's something you have to hide. Then it didn't make it any better. Apopka's funeral home definitely was amazing, because baby, that big ass ring, he couldn't hide it, baby. His wife, her sister works here. It's called eugenics. It's called features. It's called behavior and mannerisms. So if we were a little bit better at what this is, that's criminal behavior, right? But the biggest part of it is, why are you not allowing the person in question to be in that courtroom? I'm just curious, because that DCFK, you took my son October 26, 2024. It is now June, approaching July 2025. Now, in order for Sheila to do what it is that she's doing, how? You have not had the conversation with me. And miraculously, even if your cell phone bill is paid late, it's paid, right? Why is T-Mobile still calling me? I've never seen a phone company to call you. And then to interrupt the service, very much so during the time that you know that I'm reaching out to the VA. So my only source to vocalize what's going on is via live. That is my only source right now. But if you're taking that as gold to prove a case, what type of judge or what type of law you running? Because to me, that's really giving criminal behavior, criminal activity. It's no longer a conspiracy theory. Because even then, if I'm verbally expressing I don't have a means of transportation to get in there, they're messing with my phone, I would not be able to, like, shit, I walk away from here, the only thing I have access to is to call 911. Nothing more, nothing less. That right there sounds like a death trap in itself. That's a death trap in itself. But a person who was incompetent or they're not aware of all these things, that the strategies and the key that you will use, mind you, I am a child that had to be brought up with people that are from hell, that I would not ever, I wouldn't want to introduce you to them. Unless I need to know for sure, are you one of those type of people that would do those type of things? My bad, I'm sorry, that the tattoos that I have, that's called judging someone, but you don't want to be judged. The same people that have more skeletons in their closet, way more than anything, I'm fully transparent. What the hell do I have to hide? What do I have to hide? But yet my rights, my constitutional rights, my civil rights, my basic human rights being violated in every single way. But we're going to keep ignoring that, right? We just keep ignoring that. So when it's still getting ignored, eventually you're just going to say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to live life in the best way possible. I'm just going to live life the best way fucking possible. It's either going to be one way or another, but hey, defend yourself, fight to the end, regardless of what they choose to do. Choose your fight, choose your battle. But the only thing in this situation is a bunch of corrupt people that like to hide behind church officials. Oh, I'm a police officer, I'm a sheriff, are you a Christian? This was one of their biggest things. Are you a Christian? Even if I wasn't a fucking Christian, what the fuck does that have to do with me getting justice? Religion has shit to do with justice. Are you a believer? That's been my experience with a lot of these fucking police officers, these damn so-called sheriff departments, and these shitty ass fucking people calling themselves humans and want to be glorified as holier than thou. And you're the dirtiest thing that there could be under fucking people's dirtiest nails, or someone not wiping their ass after they shitted. But to swear someone is discombobulated, incompetent, deplorable behavior, I would rather take somebody with a very big, bad potty mouth than a despicable person that has to con, plot, and find every alternative to set someone into a death trap. Where's the justice in that? You taking someone's children to justify what? While they're eating comfortably on, sitting on a fucking fat hog eating, and then the person of concern has to suffer. When I literally have to say out of my own mouth, I'd rather fucking starve and die of fucking starvation of thirst than sit here to feel like I have to beg someone for help. But we supposed to glorify, oh, our veterans are this or our veterans that, as a U.S. Army combat veteran, not just a veteran, because some of these motherfuckers are veterans and they never seen a fucking day of fucking war in their life. But they sitting there with these GS jobs. They're sitting here with fucking federal and CIA agent fucking jobs. But the fucking people that really deserve the jobs and positions, oh, disregard them. Why would you disregard them when we have the fucking facts? Oh, I'm sorry. That would be too many people breaking away from the systematic box or constraint that you need these people to be in. If we can't beat them by the system, we'll beat them with religion. Great thing that I broke out of that, because religion abuse is a thing. Hospital abuse is a thing. Psychological and psychiatrist abuse is a thing. Judicial abuse is a thing. Taking advantage of power and authority that you have to go ahead to suppress someone, to not bring out a truth about you. Don't tell a lie about me, I won't have to tell a truth about you, right? We'll put constraints on them. This is the only place that they can go. We're going to make sure that whatever money is meant to them, we're going to give it to other people. What? So they can go ahead and go broke again and come right back to the system. As soon as they run out of that money, they need a little bit more money from you in the court system. But, they going to also blackmail you because you remember the last time. But you remember the last time that you helped me. But you remember the last time. Shit, I would rather take my motherfucking hit to know that, hey, shit, the first time that you commit that shit, first time, shame on you. Second time, you can't put the blame on another person. The third time, shit, that's just your motherfucking ass. That's why they call it the 3-strike rule, right? How many times as a judge or a lawyer or a police officer are you going to keep letting somebody that is low life, has no standard, and just okay with that criminal type of behavior keep blackmailing you for the bullshit that you do, versus to be man or woman enough to take full accountability? I fucked up. I signed off on something for motherfuckers that I did not feel like would take full advantage of this. Unless you're just a person that's taking full advantage of it and you're profiting off of it. Logic. That's being logical. There's no illogical sense in that. Basic common sense, but then again, my common sense is not the next person's common sense. But how do you expect for somebody to respect lawyers, judges, police officers when they're not even doing the job that they're entitled to do? A judge is held at a higher standard. Fuck a lawyer. Fuck a sheriff department, whatever. Because it's the judge's word over these little motherfuckers. They're the little people. They're the little guys. But as a judge, where's your discernment in this situation? Or you're just someone that's just greedy? Because clearly this is giving a judge that's getting tossed some good ass fucking money. You gotta be getting tossed some good ass fucking money. And it gotta be real fucking good to sit there to keep fucking with somebody that ain't did shit, but basically can still solve exactly how you fucking did it. It just requires me to be lucky enough to get a fucking lucky streak that somebody is actually willing to listen and do their fucking job. Like, let me look into this. Oh shit, this is fact. Damn, look at what the fuck we found. Here you go, Rita. take this shit and whatever it is that we got to do. If it's witness program, so be it. If it's changing my fucking name, which I will fucking be glad to change my whole fucking name and identity and whatever the fuck it is that you find after that these fuckers still decide to do this shit, by all means be my fucking guest and go ahead and whatever you fucking find on their ass, I hope you put their ass under the fucking jailhouse, or if not, these motherfuckers probably will want to take their fucking selves out. Because consciously, how are you living with yourself? People are quick to call me an alien and call me weird. You a weird motherfucker to want to just keep doing that to somebody that ain't doing shit, but justify that shit by fucking religion. That is disrespectful. To the max. That is so disrespectful. And then you want people respect the church. This is why people are getting away from wanting to respect a church or people in church positions anyway. That's why people don't mind starting these people that want to be, oh, I'm the master, unpitted. It don't even really matter, because now we want to put you on blast because they quick to try to, oh, look at this. Oh, let me hold the Bible. Oh, Lord. And they got the dirtiest goddamn secrets that there is. They got the dirtiest secrets that there is. It's so many people fucking with me right now that's in fucking positions that I'm 100% sure that I know for a fact if I ever had to stand in front of them, they couldn't look me in my eye. I know it for a fact. They will literally struggle to keep eye contact. And if they did, you will literally know for a fact that they are really trying to struggle with it. And if not, their body language will still show you in every which way that they are struggling to even stay in character. The hands crossed, arms crossed, hands, they trying to keep it together, or they gonna sit there and lean to the side. It literally would be a dead giveaway for you to already know exactly someone's intent when they approach. You will know. Or unless you're just a person that, hey, you don't care to know. But I would want to know. I need to know, are you genuine? But it's been a lot of disgenuine people here lately. But I also know a lot of them, when it's time for me to look at them or just to look them dead in their eyes, they can't look me in my eyes too long. It's one of those, tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. Show me how avoiding you could be to let me know that you're even more so guilty. Because if it wasn't the truth, you wouldn't mind having to do the right thing. When a person is overly too nice and just super eager to do things for you, trust and believe me, the guilt is eating at them. Oh shit, we saw Rita. Okay, pretend like you're talking to me. Yeah, let me take your number. Yeah, we're gonna meet with the kids. That shit right there is enough for you to go ahead and know that somebody's doing some shit that they ain't got no business. But where's the justice in any of the type of situation that someone's doing? Where's the justice? But I'm so over it because it's like shit. It's either you gonna ride with it or you gonna have to die with it. But shit, I'd rather go be a diehard with the situation and shit. I'm not going out like a fucking sucker. I refuse for someone to abuse something such as this, and you feeding people that you have no business doing it. But you know what the blessing of it is? If you call yourself religious, didn't they always tell you to be mindful about who you giving money to or taking it from? Because it can low-key put your ass in fucking poverty, whether it's mentally, emotionally, psychologically, or financially, or better yet, if not worse, in your physical. Sometimes you getting in bed with motherfuckers that you can sometimes don't even realize it's the real fucking demon. You don't demon time, right? But what happens when you really laying next to the real demon that they ain't got no time to be concerned about what you feeling, what you got going on, but the fact that, hey, the joy of you doing the criminal shit with me, right? It's beautiful. But unbeknownst to this person laying next to me, I have a more elaborate plan. Yeah, they're doing this paperwork for me. They're botching this case for me. But it comes with a big ass price. Sometimes that shit ends up with your fucking life. And some of y'all got in fucking bed with some people that you, unbeknownst to you, because you feel like you can control and you police and all this other stuff. Well, considering you was willing to hire a person that can clear your computer, let alone your camera view. Yeah, you're a judge. Yeah, you're a lawyer. Yeah, you're a sheriff. But you're nothing else outside of that, right? Because you still got to hire somebody else to do the other fuck shit, right? And now I'm going to tap into a criminal's mind. You want to know what that criminal thinking? Yeah, they had to hire me to go ahead and do their cybersecurity shit. They did. All right. All I have to do is, regardless of what type it is, because you're not a motherfucking private citizen. Right? Let me find out their address. Let me strategically figure out what security company or police department that they're using. All right. Well, in this case of the situation, we've been using, I'm going to use Orlando because Orlando is the main fucking corporate right along with Kissimmee, Davenport as well. From Orlando all the way down to right here to fucking Melbourne. Let's use y'all as an example. And in that, including Jacksonville, North Florida as well. All it requires for these fucking criminals to say, hey, we got a judge, we got some lawyers, and we got some cops. They helped look the other way whenever we needed to go get away with this crime, right? Yeah. But I feel like they about to give me up. I feel like they about to try to lock me up again. Oh, yeah? Well, you know the gang in there, we all with it. Really? All right. Well, we need to take out these top 2 or the top 3 people, but it's about 30 people we need to get just to keep this shit low key. Who was our person we got last time to do this? Because guess what? There's no honor amongst thieves and there's no moral compass amongst killers, right? So if I'm going to figure out what person in this justice system, and I need to get rid of these motherfuckers because these are the motherfuckers that run the justice system. These are the ones that can put me behind the fucking metal bars, right? And at the same time, I got to get rid of the psychiatrists and psychologists because this is what they use to play this type of game because this motherfucker know what kind of game we play. So even if they move these judges off the board, they're going to put some other people on. And if they got these people, they can still keep on the story, right? They need to take all of these motherfuckers out. What makes you think in your fucking mind that these people, mind you, there is no moral compass in there. And there's no honor in this shit. They owe you no loyalty. They only loyal to you because the fact of what you're turning your head to do for them. Churches included. So now I got to up my bodyguards on my security team. Most security guards or things like that, they either going to come from, military background, federal agents or things like that, or some of them come from the streets. It just depends. But what makes you think for 1 second, because you ain't the president, you ain't no diplomat, so I'm pretty sure you ain't going to have that much security. The governor will have some, but if you can already flip some other retirees or other veterans, what makes you think those veterans don't hear something even better than what you offering that they can get from over here? It's literally giving common sense, logical sense is not processing until if I got over here and I realized they had ties to the cartel and mob to do this for me, and then I realized that they got access to the real anonymous, huge, high-top hackers, and it ain't processing to me. And it ain't processing to me that I got real top-notch people, even that work at the hospitals or stuff like that do this. What makes you think that there's safety and security in that? Because at any given moment that somebody will feel like that they're about to be given up, and they feel like that you not answering them calls, and they feel like you ain't doing what it is that you had already promised to do. And I'm just giving you a perspective from a criminal's mind. What makes you think that in any given time that you sit here and at any given moment that they're alerted that, hey, our dirty feds is no longer our dirty feds no more. They figured out the corruption. Now we got the actual people that's doing their fucking jobs now. You got a fucking problem. You got a problem on your hands. Because the person you keep targeting and targeting and targeting, and at that same time, all that shit that you gave to them, and they sitting there like, okay, we waiting. We waiting. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing the stuff that you portrayed that you said that they were going to do. They ain't did what you said they were going to do. They not doing all that other stuff that you have a problem. You got in bed with a demon. Shit, even a dog can get rid of fleas if they get the appropriate medication and treatment. But a demon? How you getting rid of that? The demon will get rid of you before anything. Oh, I'm going to pray it away. Baby, your prayer don't mean shit if you already just went on ahead and participated with the demon behavior. Repentance ain't even going to do that, because did you go ahead and redeem yourself to give back what you stole? No, you was proud to do that. You got to remember, when you're proud and boastful to do what it is that you do, be proud and boastful to take the repercussions and consequences that come along with it too. Oh, I'm getting ready to go to Rome. I already got some of our people from Russia to go ahead and do this. But what happens when you didn't fulfill what it is that they need to fulfill? I got friends on the other side, right? Whatever hoodoo voodoo you doing, I'm pretty sure that they already thought 2 steps ahead and was smart enough to say, hey, let me go ahead and do my covering real quick before I get ready to go ahead and make this hit. Oh, we have border control folks to go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, you mean you got the one that you knew for a fact that will be able to use the job, and they didn't mind doing what it is that they were doing, right? You knew that this person or that judge or that police officer or that couple was a serial unaliving couple, but what did you do? Oh, you invited them in because it was money involved and you wanted to keep somebody else's money versus let me do the right thing real quick and get this shit up off me. Because if anybody that's doing this shit, all this shit was surrounded by money. They eating high on a hog off my kids, but not taking care of my kids and giving them the attention that they need. Because when those moments come, I want my mommy. I want, well, you know your mama not doing well. You know it's not this. The lies people tell. But that lawyer, that judge, those police officers, y'all just as guilty as that, whoever the people are telling them children that. You just as fucked up as them. That's why I can say publicly, if I fucking died, y'all gonna know who the fuck did it. They will know. So like I said, a digital footprint is a digital footprint, regardless of how the fuck you put it. I don't block her from her TikTok, whether them kids know the name of that TikTok. They know that fucking TikTok though. You want to block me from the fucking TikTok? Cool. But at least it's still there. Well, we're trying to figure out how we can, it's already too late. If all the shit already went viral or you're trying to stop and suppress all that other shit, all you doing is sitting there accumulating your own situation. It's going to be somebody that's going to experience something so fucking tragic and you're going to regret it, because when it's sitting there where you sit here believing in something, but you don't believe in reincarnation, you don't really believe in the saints. Okay, be my guest. But it takes something very severe for you to experience, for you to be like, I'm sorry. What does your apology mean? I told you I'll take my apology and money versus having to hear whatever fucking lies that you spew out your mouth. The apology at this point is nothing but compensation. But we wanted to keep prolonging because we want to sacrifice somebody for what? Their money? For their property? Because people wanted to do good things because I did good things for them. God forbid you're just a tattooed black woman living in the fucking world just looking to live. And there's people willing to just do nice things and leave things for that person. Is that just hard to believe? I'm cool until I'm not. But I'm not going to sit there and act irrational without fucking reason. But you justify all the bullshit that you're choosing to do. But the accountability really falls on the judges, the lawyers, sheriffs, and police officers. You have failed your people. And then you expect why people always screaming, fuck the police. Fuck them judges. Fuck these people. Why are people, when they do get in jail and they figure out, hey, the bailiff and these motherfuckers ain't paying attention and they quick to want to jump over fucking shit and be threatening y'all motherfuckers. Oh, you threatening me? No, don't get offended now. Because you got to remember all that stuff that you talking in the background. But when them big time criminals come in there and they be like, yeah, I know where you live at. Oh, we're gonna lock them away for 45 years because they threatened to know where you was shit. If they already knew where you lived at before they walked in that motherfucking courtroom, trust and believe they're just looking for the opportunity. And I'm pretty sure they got foot soldiers in the path or on their raft to get their lick back. Especially with whatever crime this been. That's why I was like sitting there telling people, please just give me the shit back, please. You're playing for the karma that these motherfuckers are literally looking to fucking avoid. And anybody that got in bed with any of those people that I have been mentioning via my YouTube over the last 4 to fucking 5 years, if you got in bed with those people, you would have been better off. Let me give this girl her fucking money and go on about my business and help her get if it's somewhere she wanted to go, something she needed to do, let me help her. But instead, we took the latter. So then the only thing I can say, then here we are. Y'all got in a bed with some people that your job title don't mean shit to these people. It don't. Oh, you're traveling to come to India? Oh, no problem. Come to India. Come to the Philippines. Come to Thailand. Come on. Come to everybody. They're going to remember that shit. And at any given moment, there's something that they feel like it ain't going right or they feel like you didn't do anything. Yeah, come have dinner with my family. Unbeknownst to your ass for to get poisoned. Now they can't find your body. But that was the same shit that I've been having to go through. I can't even go to a fucking regular fucking restaurant just to enjoy some food. Peacefully, just work, just to have the extra income in my pocket if I wanted to. Because you literally blackballed me when it comes to the beauty industry. Literally blocking me. TikTok was one form of place where I could have been making my money, but no, you had to stop that, right? Or whoever this fucking female is that got this stupid ass vendetta. And instead of shutting that person down, did you choose to do that? No, carry on. But in this type of business, you can't be in your fucking feelings and you can't be in your emotions. And clearly a lot of people are in their feelings. A lot of people are in their emotions. And clearly a lot of people are not using basic common sense, let alone these are people with PhDs, psychiatrists, psychologists, and they're still not even using their own fucking common sense. Where's the justice, bro? Where's the justice? But shit, I'm gonna find the happiness in it, but I'm not gonna get myself fucking depressed over some shit I can't control. The only person I'm in control of is myself and the actions and the behavior that I choose to use. Not those who are plotting to set someone up, do illegal arrest, illegal surveillance, make someone feel uncomfortable, like maybe you have the mental issue. It makes you feel comfortable to go ahead and violate someone's privacy. Cameras should not be in someone's bedroom or bathroom. Shit, if I want to walk around this bitch naked, shit, the freedom of going ahead and doing so. Oh, we got weight loss management. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You get a thrill off of that? That's sick. And these are women just as much more than it is men. And you want to know what is even fucking worse about this shit? Some of these motherfuckers from the LGBT community. And y'all be wanting me to respect that shit? That's ridiculous. I can't respect something that ain't even got human decency. How can you respect something with no basic human decency? But like I said, if I shall fucking die at any given time before fucking 2026 or before you supposed to already close this shit out because y'all were cool to do this shit with James Henry Taylor V, Carla Dawkins, Shannon, Sheila, Patrick, Johnny, Keitra, Bobby, Derek, Ray. Y'all were cool to do this with motherfuckers from the military, Veterans Affairs, the homeless department, the transition housing for SSVF because she felt slighted. No, y'all just motherfuckers that just don't like to be told about yourself. You're used to people being the yes man and, oh, girl, yeah. And like, I'm not your girl, yeah. The facts are the facts. I ain't been like my whole life, so another fucking 100,000 fucking people not liking me, I am completely okay with that. But to sit there to make sure that you can convince people of not giving me medical care, I can't even get proper medical care. Relationships is one thing. I ain't really had them from the beginning, so I really don't have a care for them. But shit, it's okay for me to be excited that, hey, maybe one day. But for you to put someone in a state of like not caring for it, feel great. Feel solid for that. Awesome. But the main people that destroy that type of shit, like I have zero respect for the black community. As a black person, I have no fucking respect for those people. I have not had one black person to stand up for me, help me, be in my motherfucking corner. If anything, I got betrayed by more fucking black people than anything, and recently the fucking Hispanic community as well. I had some of the most fucking most respect. But the disrespect been so fucking loud. What the fuck did I do to y'all? Oh, my bad. Money came in there, right? Money came in that situation. Familia y dinero, right? Money and family, right? But cool, I respect it. I respect it. Everybody got their move, but black motherfuckers shit, that is a failed fucking race in a culture. And these motherfuckers shit, I agree with a motherfucking KKK motherfucker. Y'all deserve to be motherfucking eradicated. Because look at the fucking behavior. All this for the love of a fucking dollar. And none of y'all motherfuckers still moving from there. It's fucking a bunch of crab in a fucking barrel. But still not financially responsible. Because like I said, any fucking judge or lawyer signing off on this shit. Because guess what? When that money run out, hey, can you sign out on this so we can get some more? Every time you doing it and you putting a signature on there, you putting yourself in career poverty, spiritual poverty, financial poverty, because you still signing off. But it's like, I'm gaining, but you really losing because where's the money management? Because anything else, I'm going to need the money for a rainy day, but they can't even keep up with the money for the rainy day. They can't keep up with the mortgage. They going fucking bankruptcy and shit. So they got to go take from the next fucking innocent person just to fulfill the bullshit that they're doing because, oh, I'm too busy trying to put on Louis Vuitton. I'm too easy to try to go on this cruise. Yeah, I'm taking flights to nowhere and still not motherfucking saving and not a goddamn thing. You can accumulate everything all fucking day, but what the fuck are you doing from there? Still, me out, like I said, even with $1 fucking I have in my motherfucking bank account, I know all my motherfucking bills are paid, But they gonna try to convince me like, oh, you didn't pay your account. You didn't pay your account just to rob me blind for more money. No different than them trying to charge me for something that I'm already paying for. That's the craziest shit. It's beyond me. But God forbid, if I had to ask another fucking woman, would you like to be a black woman? The quickest thing that woman would probably have to pause and shut the fuck up and sit there and be like, the struggle of a fucking black woman, a single mother at that, and a single fucking parent that had to do it on their own. But now I'm considered what? The deadbeat parent because I was literally to sacrifice every fucking thing just for my mental peace. Y'all want the kids, so be it. You want to feel like you ain't controlling me over no motherfucking kid. Life still gotta keep fucking going. It's gonna hurt for a little bit, but life still keeps fucking going. You don't want to give me medical care, shit. Whatever's gonna take over my fucking body, it'll take over it. So fucking be it. You can't be fucking scared to motherfucking die when a motherfucker's looking to go ahead and take your life every day. When you're fighting to live and we're living to fucking die every day. But that don't make me feel no type of way. That is called what you call the black struggle. And any logical judge that's not being biased will know that it's the truth. A black person has more odds against them than any other nationality that there is. Judge know it, a governor know it. All of y'all motherfuckers know that shit. So either we're going to choose to abide by our Constitution or not. Or do I have to figure out the law, the jargon of what words I got to utilize for my own fucking self? But considering, what was it called? Speak like a lawyer, write like a lawyer type shit. So apparently defending yourself, but it don't look like I'll make it to a court because they do not want to make sure that I receive paperwork to know when the next court date is, right? Because God forbid that the real Rita Taylor please stand up. But y'all watch it on YouTube, but you sending other people to come in. Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense. But shit, it's going to be what it's going to be. Do what y'all feel you have to do necessary, but I don't really feel y'all going to do the right thing. I really don't feel that you would do the right thing. At all. But those choosing not to do that and still want to choose to do the Ten of Swords and shit, you may want to. You're not going to abide by man law, universal, karmic, or spiritual law, and you call yourself religious and you keep calling on it, and you're not a true believer. What they say, a life for a life. It's only fair. But what life are you willing to sacrifice? Is it yours? Is it your children? Because if it was you, because you got to remember, you're an authority, right? You looking out for you and yours, right? But what happens when you keep doing that to more innocent? You don't think karma gonna come back? Because the only thing that I asked for is that so all this shit can be fucking dead. Just run me my motherfucking money. That's it. That's all I asked for. I don't give a fuck about whatever the fuck else you was going to choose to do after that. Just run me my shit so I can go. But something is literally telling me whatever fucking money it is that y'all know y'all owe, the fear in you motherfuckers so bad that y'all know for a fucking fact. The truths that I can go ahead and reveal about a lot of you motherfuckers that y'all knew I would win that. Y'all know for a fact I would win them cases. Y'all know it. And then whatever type of documentations that's on there or whatever was written whatever, whoever filed them, on top of who wrote them, on top of the people who came and showed up and spoke on it. That's a big ass lawsuit. That's a big lawsuit. Defamation of character at that. Whoever is in this apartment right here, they ain't got no business, because I ain't seen the go-kart or they little go-karts come over here. Yeah. See? But there's somebody over here next door, because all that loud stuff is upstairs. But certain things, at the same time, by somebody feeling like they tiptoeing or whatever it is right here, 205. It's like, how would you feel if it was you? But it's like, well, I wouldn't have to go through what it is that you go through, but you're doing stuff that you know you ain't got no business doing. Y'all doing shit that you ain't got no business doing. You committed to it. So that's why it's like, it's a lot of people that I know for a fact, just give me my money. Forget your apology. Keep it to yourself. I don't really want to hear it, because you got to think, how long have you prolonged this shit? Y'all know y'all supposed to have been done, like, any DCF case would last 3 months. So that was October, November, December, January. By January, I supposed to have been in the courthouse. I should have been seeing a judge. I should have been able to, like, defend myself. Ain't none of that happened. Y'all remember that's a DCF case. I dealt with DCF before. In the most traumatic way ever that you should deal with it. And then it was in the most illegal way at that. And if I'm not mistaken, Tennessee's rules and judgments are a little bit harsher than Florida's. That was 17 months of hell. Of bullshit, lies, deception, and a lot of... That was a lot of deception and lies. Montgomery County, Clarksville, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee as well. Vanderbilt Children's Hospital. So it's a lot of deception in that situation. That was 17 months of dealing with DCF, CPS, judges and lawyers. So whoever this person is next door, they are here and then right back here and here. There's 3 sections. They all being paid. So to know what it takes for a case to happen, that's only a 3-month run. And then on top of that, you would need the help of the Veterans Affairs, which still is pending, where we were falsely accused and saying we don't know this person's whereabouts, but I'm updating my address on the Veterans Affairs site. Then I talked to Dr. Hayes McGibbons, Keithia Reeves. And Keithia Reeves, craziest thing, she's in Tennessee, answering and replying for the doctor here in Florida. Like, damn, you moved all the way from a different place to come down to fucking Florida to do this. But again, it's online, right? Well, any of our people from the server, as long as they are affiliated with the Veterans Affairs, they can reply to those messages. But it should be literally the person that work in clinic, because when Dr. Hayes McGibbons, she was in her own regular clothes, hair not combed, no nothing, doing this. So for all I know is, since I ain't physically go into the clinic and see this woman, she could have been anybody but actual Dr. Hayes. She literally could have been somebody else and not actual Dr. Hayes.
But I also knew who she was affiliated with because all this pictures she had in her background. I wasn't really concerned with her. I was just concerned about what she had around that motherfucker. Always pay attention because most of the time they're going to want their degrees pinned up, where they came from and stuff like that. Those certain things. Yeah. But it is what it is. All the false allegations, like, I want to keep this quiet. Now it's, oh, let me give you stuff, let me offer you this, from the church or whatever. Like, no, motherfucker, if a person got to sit here and fucking suffer and all this other stuff, like, shit, thank you, I appreciate it, keep it moving, but that still don't take away from nothing. That don't take away from all the suffering that y'all did, all that hacking, all that unnecessary nonsense, just to keep certain things to go a particular way. That's jacked up in the worst way possible. Because if it's a fact or a matter of love and all that other stuff, shit, I could actually do without it. 36 years in the fucking making, in every fucking situation that it always was, it's always been some type of so-called relative convincing some type of man. If not, they always set the man up with something underage little girl or some kind of weird ass shit. Oh, she don't know that's her sister. She don't know that's her cousin. She don't know that these people are related to her and stuff like that. Or you can't trust her. She's a liar. She's this. But they sitting there taking advice and listen to all these motherfuckers with the biggest lies that has zero creativity that they always had to take from me since I was a fucking little girl. Up until current. So until you had to deal with your own mama, sister, auntie, uncles sleeping with every man you had, we're not having the same conversation. But if you can't ethically do the job that you were sitting up there and sworn in to do, why are you doing the job that it is that you're choosing to do? Emotions to the side, love to the side. I can still give people advice about love and things like that because everyone deserves that. People deserve justice. People deserve to be heard, seen and shit like that. It's just not for me. I'm okay with that. It doesn't make me close my heart off. It's just, hey, you can take enough fucking hurt, but shit, you know what hurt look like, but you also know how to have fucking compassion and empathy. But I'm not going to be fucking stupid to allow someone to feel like, oh, we're going to play on her and feel that it's okay and safe to do those things. Because it's somebody right now feeling like they're spiritually able to, but nah, well, you're the one they're going to keep coming back every 2 to 3 months. No, the fuck, I'm not. I can give you whatever it is that you need. Do you need that closure, though? Can you close it? Because ain't no emotion and feeling in that. Because once somebody start going emotionally numb, at that point, it's business or money. You took what you needed to take. It is what it is. You keep moving, falling for seduction and what? Oh, so that means that they're going to be able to go to prostitution because they're desperate for money. I ain't fit to fucking solicit my fucking body for no goddamn money. It's just gonna be what it is. If I gotta sit there and fucking suffer and starve, bitch, I will suffer and starve. I would rather die of fucking dehydration and malnutrition than sitting there feeling like I gotta fucking keep begging or asking something that I should not even have to literally just ask for, something that should be a basic common need that anyone needs. But as somebody's in Georgia, someone's name could be George. You giving unsolicited advice, or we're looking out for this person's well-being. Ain't nobody looked out for no fucking well-being. It was money in that. Everybody's going to look out for somebody's well-being when money is involved, aren't they? Or is it really that they're looking at a person's well-being and it's just the well-being is the fact that they got money over there? I need that. So you stalk and harass a person and literally stalk them, willing to pay people to do this just to keep up with a person's life. You gotta be fucking miserable with your own life. What do you have going on for yourself? That is a mental illness. But I have a mental illness because what? I don't care for people's existence. God forbid that I don't care about what's going on in your world because it has no relevance in it. And if it was important for me to know, you would tell me. But if it's not important for me to know, okay, you're not telling me, so I'm not going to barge or disrespect your boundaries. These are boundless, non-boundary having people that just feel like escapism, running away, and I didn't see anything. I don't know anything. What are you talking about? That's pretty like brash, don't you think? But the only thinking is figuring out how we're going to get away with the lie that we told on top of the lie to hide the fact that we participated, and then just keep trying to hurt them and hope that they get depressed and hurt themselves. And we're going to make sure we put on here that they need to, run to God or Jesus. Like, shit, I'm not a Sarah Jakes fan. I'm not a TD Jakes fan. I'm really not a church fan, so I don't really care. This is the type of reason why people go away from the church. This is why people don't care to run to the church, because it's a lot of church motherfuckers that be willing to do their own rituals to go ahead and get people to come on in and play blind like they ain't see nothing, right? But y'all been the biggest corporates in this. Y'all the biggest corporation of the stealing, of being the thieves. Quick to talk about people drinking and drugs, and y'all used to steal before you came to Jesus, remember? Y'all was the biggest, dope people involved in it, right? But where's the law? Where's the justice in it? Oh, no. Now today's laws and people, they more corrupted than anything. Shit, that's why you just keep your nose clean. Stay out of sight. Stay out of mind. They don't bother you. You don't bother them. It's simple. Simple math. It's literally simple fucking math. Y'all don't bother me. I don't bother you. I ain't concerned about you. Don't be concerned about me. But in this instant, we got a good old governor, DeSantis and Rubio's, the governor and the mayor, that's not even forcing their own fucking people. Hey, just do the right thing. Release this. Whatever other situation is going on, let's move this. I need them to get off of this. Okay. But yet, truth and justice, protection from enemies who will steal one's fortune. So apparently it must be a lot of money in this. Contemplation to make a truth known in legal proceedings. But we don't know when a person is lying to us in the courthouse, right? Because we want to stop this person of having free will and moving fortune. So we're going to keep stealing their money. So they don't have anywhere to go, or they don't have this to do and they can't move. It's funny, right? Because whoever this person is, they're very fucking young-minded. And it's getting a female. It's like liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. But somebody definitely is so adamant to try to prove some type of psychological thing to get somebody put inpatient and all this other stuff. It's like, okay, cool, whatever. Do as you will. Because no weapon formed against you shall prosper, right? Anyways, if anything, if y'all was fucking smart enough, y'all put this broad in a fucking mental institute. Shit, her and fucking Veronica. You fought that hard to get a fucking PhD in fucking pharmacy, and this is what you resort to? You gotta be fucking miserable, bro. You gotta be fucking miserable. And then you try to get your sorority sisters to take up the account of the bullshit that you was doing right along with them, Veronica. You're a weird motherfucker. You weird, bro. And then money situation, don't you ever. I supported you all the way through your motherfucking college years. And then the audacity to try to say, I gave her this amount of money. Congratulations. Let's consider it that you basically repaid me over the time that all that did. But shit, if I had the money, I would gladly fucking give that shit right the fuck back. Oh, it's the church, you know. But you was the one that put me on to go ahead and start my tarot. Remember? Like, I like to watch this lady because she used the Bible when she do her astrology and tarot readings with the tarot cards. Remember that? 2019, Christmas time, right before I caught on to what she was doing. Remember? Yeah, I was watching this when I was in college. Right. Appreciate you. But I hope you can sleep safely at night knowing that you did some fucked up shit that I would not ever, anybody that ever did some crazy nonsense like this, I wouldn't ever did nobody like that. I would not. It's not in me, and it ain't like just having too soft of a heart or too kind of a heart. It's just like, I'm tired. I'm tired. You don't ever want to see nobody hurt or whatever, but then it's just like, you stay over there, I stay over here. You mind your business, I mind my business. What you got to do in your life, do great. Please just do great. Stay the fuck out of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Stay out of sight, out of mind. You never existed. Like, it's one of those where it's just like, once this shit is over, it never fucking happened. It's like somebody asking, hey, you remember when you was talking about, I really don't. Like, I'm really ready to be on that type of time. Like, who? Do you know they bring up these people names? Who are we pertaining to? Because they are no longer a factor in my world. They removed them. They kept them. But the one thing that we need to just go ahead and run that back is the fucking money. Just run the fucking money, bro. Because somebody's going to end up losing their life with this shit. Somebody will. Because if anybody trying to manipulate the system, it's these motherfuckers that claiming that they're doing what's in my best interest. Motherfucker, they're not. They ain't ever did shit in nobody's best interest, but what was beneficial for them. I don't know where she was at. When Sheila pulled that shit for them years, I thought that shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. I don't know where Sharita is at. I ain't know. I just took off and nobody just knew where the fuck I was at. But miraculously, you end up being there. But I was like, I guarantee that motherfucker between 2021 and current, I guarantee that bitch came into so much motherfucking money. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. But here you are tomorrow. I'm thinking I might have to put my house in bankruptcy again. Again? Come on, motherfucker. But you're a good parent, right? You're a good parent, right? Or a grandparent, whatever the fuck you say. Y'all good at going ahead and setting up and blackmailing a motherfucker. The easiest go-to is always to set them grown men up with a little kid, isn't it? You got to relive your trauma through someone and think it's funny, right? These motherfuckers is that fucking sadistic. That fucking sadistic. Probably punking the fuck out of fucking people. You go ahead and leave, I'ma get you locked up for this because you did do this for us. But it's like, no motherfuckers, but you did do this shit, and you was also the same motherfucker that got your people in the hospital to go ahead and botch DNA tests and fucking lab reports to say somebody got something that they don't really fucking have. Come on now. And paying these people, that ain't nothing new. Y'all been doing that shit since fucking 92. Actually, 1991, if I had to go all the way fucking back, because that's when they was the police riot out in LA, and when they beat that man in the street, around that motherfucking time, that's when they was really getting to the bag back then. I remember that shit. They was really setting motherfuckers up in the hospital and in the court system. They'll get them judges to sign off on them child support cases and shit like that. I remember that shit. You know, I didn't know how elaborate it went, but I knew for a fact that they would go ahead and sleep with these motherfuckers, meet them up with stuff, go on these fishing trips, boat trips with these motherfuckers, judges, lawyers, and doctors and stuff like that, DNA, and these women be pregnant and stuff like that, and be like, I ain't want my husband to know or whatever. So how I'm gonna make the DNA test? It's cool. I got somebody that work in the lab place, and they already know who the real fucking father is of that situation, and they'll get these motherfuckers to send in, manipulate the DNA. Well, they got the truth DNA right there in front of them, but they will write up the paper statements and be like, this person is the father, not knowing at the same time that that person is not the fucking father of the kid. They did that shit back in 91. I want to say they did that for what that girl name was. Not Prudence. Christina. I remember that shit a long time ago. That was the gossip of the motherfucking city. And when they caught on to some of the military motherfucking dudes caught on at that time, and they was like, what? These bitches be doing what? And then they caught on to the abortion and the pregnancy scam and didn't realize it'd be about 5-6 women spinning one dude, not knowing that they was trying to, figure out who was going to plot on him to get his money or get his veteran benefits. And especially if they knew that man was getting ready to go to war and stuff like that. Trust and believe me, they was clocking these mugs like no other. Who got the keys to the street? I do. The name of the game of how they play it, with how they get these lawyers, especially the female ones. Child, them female judges and lawyers, them fetishes and them kinks and shit like that. The shit that they'll get their husband on just to keep control over their asses. Come on now. My memory go as far as back as 91. But some of this criminal shit of how y'all be doing that shit with the judicial system. So, whatever type of thing that you choosing to do, and how y'all do this, and then it's like it'll be a motherfucker talking about, yeah, I'm pregnant or whatever shit. They be grooming these young ass girls too, especially if their parents being people that is in them streets, lot lizard. They know a lot of people that are in trucking businesses, construction, or it just so happen to be that they know some lawyers and shit like that, or they know some drug dealers and shit like that. Trust and believe me, they know how to get to some motherfucking scammers to botch some damn DNA tests. They know how to botch to go ahead and get people involved where shit, it'll be men getting punked and thinking they over here with these fucking females, not knowing they low-key getting flipped on the low. Or they get them people's family, get real close to them people's family, like, yeah, girl, because we friends and stuff. Yeah, make sure you come to this church with us. Yeah, because the senator come to my church, and then the commissioner and this person come over here. Unbeknownst to them people be fucking on these people. They be going to these little secret little swinger parties and shit like that. Go ahead and make real good friends with them. Make sure you doing real good. Do something that they ain't ever did before. Experience. Get their fucking mind and nose wide the fuck open. Yeah, we should go on girls trip. Yeah, I work at this hospital. Yeah, anytime you need something, I will make sure, when you come to our hospital, if they bring your name up and you just tell them that, hey, is nurse such and such on duty? Yeah, that shit like that. Can you make sure that they give me an extra dose of morphine or Toradol or something like that? Yeah, I'm in pain. Yeah, make sure that they give me Vicodin and Percocets and shit. That's how the motherfuckers be doing their networking and shit. It ain't no goddamn secret. And then if they feel like other people, other nurses and stuff like that, they'll blackball their ass and then start playing, they'll start gaslighting them, especially when you start asking too many motherfucking questions. And something going on with some of them doctors and the administrators of the hospital or shit, even in the justice, and they feel like you catching on, they start gaslighting the fuck out of your ass. You start getting pulled over for no motherfucking reason. You start seeing people ain't really fucking with you like they used to before. It ain't no goddamn coincidence. You was catching on to the bullshit and they just didn't know how much of the bullshit that you caught on to. So now they gotta start fucking with you. You just got to know who connected to who so you can go ahead and get to the source or who covering for the ass. That's all that is. That's all the fuck that is. But anyways, somebody over here portraying like, oh, I'm like this. Someone's name could be like Patrine or some shit like that. Somebody's last name is Green, Courtney Green. I still remember when that bitch did some fuck shit at Campbell. She's hurting me and she's trying to say that she's gonna beat me up. I remember she did that shit when I was at Fort Campbell. Ooh, I still wish I would have had swung on that motherfucker hoe. But it was just like, shit, she wasn't even worth it. Remember she went to go lie to her commander? What was that? She wore glasses. She hung out with the captain or whatever. Her little girl named her Journey. We was all in that one. She hanged out with Montas. I want to say she was like Jamaican or something. I know one of her baby daddy was Daly. Tamika. I think her name was like Tamika or some shit like that. But I remember she did some fuck shit and she helped that girl lie. I was like, I ain't did shit to that girl. She went to do that and try to get me in trouble from her commander. Military people are here. Fort Campbell people in the building. How you doing? Bowling Green's Lodge. Masonry Lodge. Y'all in the building. How you doing? This is also people from medical facilities. It's like, huh? How you know this stuff? How you know we here? We'll play nice. Oliver. This is definitely Tiny Town crew. The Smiths is in here. Clarksville, Tennessee is in the building right now. Clarksville, Nashville, folks. Nashville, Cashville, North 5th Avenue. How do you do? Also, Hotel Motel, Holiday Inn personnel is in here. Most definitely. How's that single ritual going so far? Thomas Scott. Air salt. Discernment. Get you some. That's what it's called. You're appalled. Dion. Son first class Dion. The hypnosis one. That's kind of crazy. Got Darkrisha. James baby mama. You ain't Jarvis's baby mama. You definitely James baby mama, Andrea. That little boy looked too much like James to not even to be Jarvis's. That was James' get back. Now, you probably done had another kid since then that is now Jarvis's kid, but however, I digress. Houston, Texas, or San Antonio, or Fort Sam Houston. That's Anthony Parham. There's a lot of people watching right about now, or hovering. They need to go to God, they need to go to Jesus, but you do more devilish shit than anybody. You remember you just paid your buddy cousin from Baltimore, from Bmore, from Virginia, from the DMV to help you do this? Come on now, Sugarfoot. Come on now, Sugarfoot. Do a little bit better. It's called discernment. Get you some, baby. Because once that truth come out about what you really did to your late husband, try again. Try again, please. So, which leads to someone's name could be Allie. Oh, this is definitely James and his little crew. Okay, Gregory Williams, Saint Bethlehem Baptist Church, ain't it? But you're also a veteran as well. Codwell or Coswell, Cosby. I don't even know how you know me like that. First Sergeant Dukes or Sergeant Major Dukes. How do you do? I should have known for a bit. Ain't no bitch in me, ain't no punk in me, ain't nothing to be fucking scared of at the same time. The observation is still a whole collective of you just still trying to chant a ritual for me to what? Still place judgment. I don't feel any type of way. And then to try to persuade something. This is like literally someone literally trying to get a judgment about a mental case and it's not working. It's not working because somebody wanted to do a fucking mental case just to keep from a truth being revealed. Quit telling lies about people when they can tell the truth about you, baby. You can't sit there and try to make a mental case when a person got the truth about your ass. It's called leave people alone, and you ain't got to worry about somebody going ahead and putting you on blast. And when you sitting there knowing that somebody is speaking the truth about you, that is basically proven, and everyone around you could be like, yeah, that's what it was. You gotta do a little bit better than that shit. But you gotta do a whole lot better than that. Because there ain't no propaganda. But whatever propaganda or whatever thing you felt that you had going on in the dark is coming to the light regardless. Justice will be served. The money that you owe to somebody is going to be given regardless. Because for somebody, you could have been messing with certain people. They want their money. But independently, you try to make it seem like somebody else wasn't getting to the money and they are the full pinnacle and this person barely can keep it on their own. Come on now. Come on now. And then try to use religious or spiritual sentiment or the crew or whatever organization that he built based off of that. Come on now. You got to know that you built that off of somebody else's back, baby. Then you still over here trying to portray like you the star in this situation. No, honey. Anyways, let me get up off y'all, folks, because y'all energy is actually like, it's not worthy. Archangel Michael in the building for the Empress. Thank you. Perception of something, healing the sick, the healer of all healers. Somebody in love with somebody. But they also rectification, utility, transformation. Somebody could be bored with something. I refuse. Anyways, let me get up off of here. Justice will be served one way or another. I'm hearing somebody your strength is impeccable. They didn't expect this. Intellectual talent. Teaches the occult and magic. Someone you were just born with that shit. I did shit. I used to always say it's a blessing and a fucking curse. But then I realized it's a blessing and a curse, but it's either I can bless a person or I can curse them. The choice is them. The choice is really up to that person. You do right by me, you receive blessings. You do wrong by me, you will be cursed. Fuck you want me to do about that? If it's just on me, it's in me, it's nothing that I can do about that. The choice is the person. So mindfulness. If you already did the person wrong and they come with the person that can curse you or the karmic energy of bad dharma or juju, guess what? Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, that's what's going to come to you. Depending on how bad they need to get your attention, they're going to start hitting this shit close to you, around you, right in front of you, and then they're going to get you. It's simple. But you do right by me, you'll be blessed in front of you, around you, with you, and for you. The choice is yours. I have zero reason to lie. And if you trust other fucking tarot, you ain't got to trust me, but the facts are the fucking facts. You do right by me, you get blessed. You do wrong by me, you're going to be cursed. And depending on how bad that you did shit by me and by not rectifying it, you're going to continue being fucking cursed. You're going to be continuing to be found out. For somebody in a situation, whatever your fucking organization is, it's going to be people taking them piece by piece by piece by piece. So every day that you delay, every day that they're going to take something away. For somebody, you literally at the core of losing finances. The next person is going to be their looks. Another fucking person is going to be their family, meaning their kids. If somebody is a fucking fortune or you make a lot of fucking money, they fit to hit your ass where it hurts. Especially if you're doing wrong by me and you sitting here watching and you thinking that shit is fucking funny. It's not fit to be funny. Because for somebody, you sitting here trying to keep a game face and somebody's... You ain't finna get a chance to catch your breath the same way I didn't. So whoever trying to say, oh, they a sibling or they whatever it is that they doing to me, they probably suffering like a motherfucker. And then hoping that they can come in like, well, I'm your sister. Oh, I'm your brother. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are, bitch. You did what you did. Reap the repercussions and consequences of what you did. Now it's somebody like, shit, I need to make this shit right. Somebody learned their motherfucking lesson last night. How I come on in. Shit, you fucking be bold, be as bold as the fuck you were when you decided to do the shit that you did. A lot of people need to learn to do that. If you was bold when you made some bold ass fucking statements and movement, be bold enough to make a bold ass statement to fucking apologize. It take grown fucking people to apologize. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I don't respect your elder. I can't respect nobody who ain't even in the elderly fucking place. You're still in a child's place. That's child's play. Throwing rocks hot in your hand, that's child's play. Grown people, we have conversations. Whether we agree to disagree, we converse. And some of you clearly do not know how to do so. If you made a bold statement to fuck somebody over, be a bold motherfucker to go ahead and clear that shit up. Or you still need to be on your mama's titty to do so. If I did it, I did it. If I said it, I said it. If you meant it, you meant it. But shit, I'm sitting here making sure I get right back to you. Whatever it is that I took, I need to get this shit back to you. Because apparently it's coming with more weight and pressure for me to fucking keep it and hold on to it. Shit, I'm not trying to lose my motherfucking arm, my motherfucking leg, feet, hand, let alone my motherfucking sanity for holding on to some shit that let me holler at. I don't give a fuck if I gotta make a bold motherfucking statement and pretend like I didn't know where you was at and didn't know what the fuck you got going. Motherfucker, I'm beating on you though. Shit. We fuck up. I fucked up. I shouldn't have been stalking. I shouldn't have been harassing you. I shouldn't have did none of this shit. I owe you this check. Can we sit here and deposit this with you, or can I take you wherever it is you need to? Put this in there. I put this in there. I wouldn't give a fuck about none of that. And I know I'm getting karma off some shit that I took that I ain't had no business. Hey, Mr. Listerine, Mr. Clean. Hey, Mr. Clean. Okay, Mr. Clean got the action. And listen, I fucked up. I made an action that I wasn't supposed to do. I made some transactions. I did some fucked up shit towards you. I'm here to make it right. I get it. You might be a little bit angry or whatever the case may be, but can we deal with the anger right after I go ahead and give you this shit? You know, because I ain't gonna apologize because shit, if I did it, I did it. I had to stand on fucking business. And I gotta be an adult and go ahead and make this right. Now, after we go ahead and make this right, you can go ahead and leash yourself because then, by then, the transaction is done. You see? Because most of the time, you can go ahead and de-escalate a situation in the action of a situation being escalated. So apparently, you don't know how to negotiate your terms or your stance. This is like somebody being scared in a motherfucker based off the shit that they did. How you scary about something to make something right? You can't be fucking scary after you stole some shit. Just give it fucking back. If you don't feel like you can have the conversation and you watching their motherfucking bank accounts or you watching this shit, okay, that person got Cash App, I got Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, or motherfucking just ask what the hell is the bank, Navy Federal. There you go. So make it fucking right. It ain't no reason for you to be sitting there talking about, okay. You fucked up. You did some fuck shit in the courthouse. Now what you got to do with the court, that's going to be between you and the court. That's between you and the court. They ain't got shit to do with me. But what you got to do with me is my motherfucking money and me leaving and minding my motherfucking business. That's it. That's it. Ain't no emotions involved in that. Ain't nothing extra involved in that. You meant what the fuck you did. But shit, at least clear your motherfucking conscience that, hey, I gave back what I could and how much I had with it shit. But this shit is a boatload of fucking money. For somebody did something with a fucking boat. Y'all sitting there chilling on somebody else's shit. Tennis or somebody for a boat. Wanted to cause an accident, especially in somebody's health, making somebody intentionally sick. Somebody wanted somebody to be lovesick. Somebody wanted somebody to be out of their mind. These people must be out of their fucking mind and want to try to put somebody out of their mind. These are not mentally strong people that if they had to go through this, they mentally wouldn't survive it. Medical providers. University of Medicine. How did you miraculously just... Shit happens. Shit, if wish fulfillment is the thing, should you be fulfilled within yourself before anything else? These are people that is not fucking fulfilled within themselves. These are, child, a cult. This is like, yeah, how you in a church and you messing with occult stuff? Come on now. And in order to still mess with the occult stuff, you still have to be messing with metaphysical and spiritual things. Come on now. This is like somebody, if you ain't paying attention, they be having on pendants and bracelets and necklaces and shit like that, but people don't be paying attention to it. Wanting to cause another Ten of Swords type situation. Child, find you somewhere to go. Somebody's birthday on the 17th. Somebody's birthday literally just passed. Somebody's birthday on the 17th to 18th. Somebody could be 56. In their 30s. Somebody could be 69 years old, 53, 25. Y'all doing all this shit around an 8-year-old? Come on now. Y'all are crazy. That's crazy work. Somebody could be 52. Looking crazy as hell trying to place judgment on somebody. Sitting here with you. Whoever you are, 52 years old, sit here watching, talking, girl, fix your goddamn face. Cause fix your face.
An emperor. What's up with this emperor? This political authority figure who Ten of Swords the situation, who's been helping a female person with a ritual and a ceremony for a money situation. So this is a person that was still trying to doing a rectification about what you're doing with this money. A political figure helping somebody with this money type of situation. You know you dead wrong. I said that. They said we got this, baby. Feds for to be on somebody's head today. Whoever this Virgo person is, or whoever this Leo person is, the feds is for to be on somebody's ass today. If they ain't did something today between 2 or 3, or by lunchtime, by noon or something like that, I'm getting between noon and 3 p.m. If they ain't on their ass and they don't, whoever this political authority is, and they don't do something, 7 p.m. I feel like they fit to be on the news if they keep playing. Cause I'm hearing somebody saying, okay. And once they get this person, and they're gonna keep it quiet for quiet for like a couple of weeks. Ooh, they're gonna keep it quiet for a couple of weeks. Whoever this political authority person is, they gonna get their ass so motherfucking cold. Cause somebody gonna be feeling like it's like you take down one of they big motherfuckers and then you start swinging into the rest of these motherfuckers. Politics and ambition. Whoever this person is, and it's gonna be a man that they gonna grab up first. Whoever the fuck they fit to grab up first, and they gonna keep that shit quiet in the motherfucker. It's like, it's one of those quiet as kept. Here it is, they fit to creep up on some motherfuckers trying to plan some type of death trap or some type of shit. And somebody gonna be like, what you talking about? I don't know. It's like, okay. And whoever this female figure is, child, they for this, whatever this shit fit to happen over this next, 12 hours. Ooh, it's one of those, you know how they try to tell somebody else, stay strong, stay strong. Child, this is fit to be. Or somebody gonna be like waiting for the authority to do something, or it's like whatever it is that they still trying to contemplate, they should have been closed that shit out. I'm hearing they supposed to have been did this shit 4 to 7 days ago and they didn't do something. But whoever this political person is, I'm getting somebody getting on the phone and they screaming the fuck out of somebody. And it's like somebody where it was like, ooh. Somebody fit to be spooked like a bitch. Whoever this fucking authority fucking figure is. And then when it's time for them to get to this fucking judge or whoever it is and this other political fucking person, I'm getting somebody telling somebody via the phone. It's like, I feel like when they got those first couple of warnings, it's like, hey, I told you to go ahead and do this. I told you to go ahead and do this. I'm literally getting somebody sitting there screaming at somebody through the phone. I'm hearing somebody say, roll your eyes one more fucking time and acting like you don't hear what the fuck I said. You supposed to have been got this done. You and fucking Todd and Tom, you knew fucking better than this. This is like somebody going off on like 2 to 4 fucking people consecutively. And it's like somebody sitting up in their chair like, they looking around in their office like, what? And it's like, yeah, you thought I didn't see your ass rolling your fucking eyes about what the fuck it is? You trying to go ahead and be disobedient? Okay, I got something for your fucking ass. Told you to go ahead and do this. And somebody choosing not to do this shit. I feel like this shit could go down today.
Because somebody literally saying they know too much of the elaborate plan, and you keep trying to fucking play power moves. Oh, it's like shit, trying to pull a power move and trying to play. Let me see if an archangel come out. That's what exactly the message that I'm gonna get. If another archangel come out, this is for me to just tap. Archangel card come out. Uriel. Let's see who we got on the board. We got Semiel, Heniel, Metatron. Another archangel come out here. Somebody fit the gig. It's about to be bad. Let's flip over, please. Something about to be bad. Look at motherfucker. Justice. It's somebody in the justice system. Something about to be bad for some motherfucking people. Because I'm getting somebody literally is about to be screaming at a group of people here shortly. And it's going to be somebody that's going to be having a phone or if not on the thing. And it's like somebody like, where? And I'm here, I can literally hear somebody say, oh, so you going to roll your eyes like I can't fucking see you? And it's like, you see somebody like, what the fuck? But I'm hearing somebody say, well, how does it feel when somebody else do it to you too? And it's like, what? And then it's like somebody could have been talking about something and whatever it was that somebody was talking about, it's just like, hell no. Somebody getting set up in the coldest motherfucking way. Somebody definitely getting cut, like, I'm also getting somebody like, look, I had to help you in this type of way, whatever. We apologize for this delay. Somebody gonna allow a situation to pay it out in some type of crazy ass way. But whatever this is, it's definitely somebody that could be like in an office position. It could be like a judge, a minister, a pastor. Someone could be like a senator or something like that. Somebody sitting on something. But whatever this Ten of Swords situation that somebody was looking to keep like not being seen and they kept trying to reinforce something to keep somebody from this is like someone trying to intentionally create like an emotional distress type shit and keep somebody from changing or transforming, or trying to keep somebody from like changing an order or a protection order or changing what a person can do. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It was 3 people. They were being slanderous and impious about the situation, but it was just like they're being slanderous, and it's like somebody sitting back like, nah, that shit is true. It was 3 fucking females that worked together. Somebody could be a Leo as well, and somebody working in the church, someone working judicial or administration or clergy work or a clerk or some type of work. And they worked together, about 3 or 4 of them together. I'm them seeing that shit to come to an end. It's coming to an end, and some people could go out sad in a motherfucker, but it's gonna be one of those where they're pulling somebody, and whoever they're gonna be pulling, it's where they you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, we got you where we need you. They finna have some people right where they need them at. That's why I was like, a lot of people might want to just do the right thing. Because somebody who was trying to play blind, like they didn't see some people doing this behind somebody's back and stuff like that. That's why you got to be, mindful, like sunglasses, watches, purses, shoes, clothes, and things like that. You got to be mindful of those things. Even opportunities and people like, yeah, I want to work with you because for your getting no, they working with you just to use your ass until they can't use you no more. Seduction is usually the go-to. Then they need you to be a person's enemy and they can flip you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oh yeah, we went to school together or we went to church together. And these would be motherfuckers that sitting there telling you a bold-faced motherfucking lie. So I'm like, yeah, I went to school with them. I went to the same church as them. And they wasn't acting like that. And then be like, motherfucker, we didn't even hang out or talk like that. Like, motherfuckers really be sitting there believing that stuff. But it's like, they believe it because it's like, oh, this person cute or whatever. Or that's their mama or something like that. I'm like, motherfucker, if anybody really fucking knew me and Sheila ain't ever fucking got along. Ever. And now it's like, oh, well, I was trying to press this because I was going to try to get them together so I can go ahead and take this from them. But this is also the same people that wanted to make sure anyone that I was in a relationship with, that I didn't get justice type shit. Like, I don't want you to love her because she got this going on. She got a mental disorder or she got a disease. Like, they would literally go to the maximum, to the extreme to make somebody believe some shit. And then it's like they ain't ever really fucking been around. Because they couldn't get go. We can't control what she gonna do or say. It ain't about motherfucking control. I ain't meant to be fucking controlled. The fact that y'all wanted to provoke some shit, now it's like, I ain't think she had it in her. And then it's, can I take you to dinner? Motherfucker, the audacity. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Somebody could be watching this shit. Victory and success and what? Water sign. Somebody could be trying to like reverse something. Somebody could have had like an awakening or some crazy shit. Somebody could see like people were protesting and actually lying about something. You know how like people finally question after the fact. Now they realizing like we should have never took that offer. Now everybody confused. Like, I thought you was gonna be able to keep snaking them and being cold to them, and we was supposed to keep playing along like we didn't know what's going on with them. Somebody ended up running their motherfucking mouth to somebody, and somebody really fucking found out some shit. Now it's just like, hold on, I'm coming. Give me a second. I gotta figure some shit out. Hold on. And now here I am about to do some other shit because they was trying to hide some other shit that they was doing with somebody. And now it's just like, it's very fucking immature. Something about, you know, secrets and shit like that. I ain't none of this shit was hidden. And now it's like, so y'all was going in to go do this to this person to keep this person from knowing that, you know, if it was a pregnancy or something like that. These motherfuckers are notorious for that. Trust and believe it. It ain't like I ain't ever had that before. Because they did that shit to me when I was pregnant with fucking Marcus. He was a twin. And then I ended up losing a twin based off of some shit that they did and what the fuck they gave me. So it ain't shit new. It was just be times because I want to say like, it wasn't until I got pregnant with Marcus that's when it was like I started paying attention to my body, when it was just like, you just know. But it was not like I was a person to be like, oh, I'm pregnant, this man need to be with me. I ain't ever forced no fucking man to stay. Ever. And then it's like, I don't believe, you know, even in pregnancy or whatever, that man gonna show you what it is. But then it will be like, they'll force somebody to have to stay there to feel like they can have control. And when they felt that they control the men and shit like that, that's when they'll be like, yeah, we can get control over her kids. Like, that was like torture. Like, the day these people give me this fucking money is the day that I don't ever look back at these motherfuckers. Like, these people never fucking existed to me. Ever. But they'll manipulate the fuck out of some lab results, or they end up phoning a friend. Did you know that she was for real? And now everybody looking at the lab results in fucking shock. But y'all want to create a web of lies for somebody to not know something. But now it's like, well, shit, she did miscarry, and we ain't gonna tell her that we, you know, got Ayana pregnant so we can feast off of Ayana. Well, shit, that's between you, and then y'all trying to get a hold of Adrian too, and have somebody give me like a bogus type of offer. Are we gonna send the kids to you? Oh, no, don't send them over here to me now, especially my Ayana. Figure that one out, baby. I'll send what you need, but I ain't giving you no money though. But they did it to that girl. I don't know. Yana was the one. She was quick to say, I don't want no kids. Remember when she said that? Girl, I don't blame you. Had the audacity to sit there talking about all this fucking lying. Motherfucker ain't gonna read no lie. Universe, transformation, emotional loss, emotional withdrawal. Yeah. Anyways, these are people just like, I just wish these people were out of my life permanently for good. But patience is key. Patience is key. It's just like, I wish none of this shit had fucking happened. It's like, if I can just go back to 2021 and just went on ahead and packed up my shit and fucking left and not fucking look back, I wouldn't be in the fucking predicament I am right now. But it's all good. Actually, I came back with 2020. This is 2020, 21. If I can go back, none of this shit would be happening. If all these people do is just create obstacles and challenges. This is all people do. This is why I didn't like to deal with people like, why you don't, it's not antisocial, it's just I'm a fucking introvert. And then it's just like, look how people move. Look how fucking people move. And minding your business is very fucking expensive these days. Just minding your business. It comes at a cost. People will hate you. They're not going to like you. Mind your fucking business. Conflict and defeat on a new beginning. Shit, I'm cool with what little bit I got. I'm grateful for it. It ain't much. It's just enough. It's just enough. Look, to piss him off, I should get me a booty call. Victory and success. Sir, you only get from me for one thing. Look, the truth card came out when I was sitting there breaking the deck. I was like, let's piss him off a little bit. They used to hate when I'm just so fucking outspoken. Like, I'm a motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about fucking, sir, you wanna be my booty call? I'm gonna find me one. Just to have fun. Cause I'm bored. Rita, you and your hey, I ain't got no shame in my game. You motherfuckers are. We're not the same. I don't look to be like the next person. I'm a big girl. If he like it, I like it. Long as he can keep it rock hard, that's what the fuck matters. I just need new booty. Something new, exciting, create balance. And ain't gonna bring fucking drama. That's what the fuck it's gonna be. I don't need the drama. Keep the drama for your mama. It's like, you're so mean. Aren't I? She's so mean. She's so ornery. She need to go pray. Oh, forget it. Suffering obstacles, challenges, or something like that. Somebody wants to suffer, motherfucker. I'm gonna live life to the goddamn fullest. Okay? All I gotta do is be black, be a woman, and fucking die.
Okay, destined to be aware of certain things, aware of them intentionally causing mental conflicts about the harvest and spiritual strength. Third eye, you can see it. Heart chakra. Rest, listen, my heart is on rest. Gotta give your heart a break, heart a break. Oh yeah, yeah. First day, I'm at you. We go listen to some listen to the little song, Give Your Heart a Break by Demi Lovato real quick. Cause now I'm excited to go listen to this shit. I'm petty. I'm just being petty right now. Y'all take care.